Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Y'all, we are back, okay? Regardless of that little game that YOUTUBE wanted to play on us, we're back, okay? I'm back, y'all. So, we definitely will be holding an episode of F Your Feelings Friday this Friday, you all, at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, you all. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into it. You know how we do. We like to join hands, bow our heads, and we give thanks. Okay, we're going to give thanks right now to our spiritual ancestors, our warriors, our creators, this universe, our angelic angels, anybody and everybody who has looked out for us in the spiritual realm, y'all, because that's what it's all about. We getting into it, y'all. What's good? Veracity Exchange is in the building. Y'all, we got a special guest in the building. We have a special guest. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Exchange. His channel is blowing up, y'all. He had featured I think it was Baby, the rapper Baby. His brother has an exclusive interview on there. Okay. So make sure y'all pull up into the building, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna have an open panel discussion tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna clear my throat and I'm gonna get this banner started. All right. What is good, Veracity? You in the
What's
building?
going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on with you, King?
I ain't doing too much. Just checking in, tapping in.
I appreciate it. You know, they be messing with my channel, so I had to let people know that I'm back. That's why I decided to go live this evening because, YouTube be playing with my channel for no reason. It all started when I was talking about Takeoff and I was showing the complex interview and I was tying the correlation between the Chucky doll that was shown in that scene with the Chucky doll that was at the scene when Takeoff got shot. So whatever happened, they spammed my channel with the bots. Then they took me off of the live stream while I was live. Then they put a copyright claim on me. Then they went back a year ago and found a video when I was talking about R. Kelly and the fact that they're serving human meat at restaurants.
Right.
And they've struck me for a channel from a year ago.
Man,
So
sound like
they
the small sound like the small hats after you.
yeah, they struck me from a video for a year ago. So it's crazy how we being censored out here. But I know they watching me. That's how I know I'm special.
That's right. You are special.
Thank you so much, King. What's been going on with you?
I ain't doing too much. I'll be returning to YouTube pretty soon. Just trying to read my page. I'll be back around 2023 sometime.
I look forward to it, man. I can't wait. You've been killing it over there.
Yeah, yeah. I've been getting a lot of messages to come back, but like I say, sometimes you gotta take a mental break. So yeah, I'll be back and better than ever.
I know that's right, man. I can't wait for some of your topics. You always have such great conversation, great discussion, and all of that. What's been on my mind lately is all this nonsense that's going on out here, man. They got the Kanye West is supposed to be running for president. I don't know if you heard about that or not.
Right.
Um, then I just heard recently, I think a little birdie dropped this in the ear that Kanye and Kim, do they officially have a divorce or are they just
I
going through
don't
a
know. I mean, that
separation?
really is. Supposedly it's supposedly it's been settled. I think he's supposed to get like 200. She's supposed to get like 200K a month or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, supposedly. But I think that's something they
Congratulations.
agreed upon. I think he agreed on that.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing, I mean, Ye always say he took care of his kids, so he not really tripping on the money. You know what I'm saying? But
No
I still
doubt.
think that's a little pricey. 50K a kid a month.
All right. So, look, that is a great question and a great topic to get into. Now, with the lifestyle that the Kardashians live, do you think that 50,000 per child is sufficient? Or do you think that's a little overkill?
I think it's overkill. I don't care about the lifestyle because Kim rich. You know what I'm saying? All of them rich. So I
Hmm.
think that's a little excessive. But like I said, I know he want to do what's right. He always said he want to do what's right, and make sure his kids got the best of the best. So I understand that. But 50K a child, like I said, it's not just the child. It's 200K a month. You know what I'm saying? But,
Right.
like, I mean, the 50K sound, it don't sound as bad, but when you say 200K a month, that's excessive.
I agree. It does
I mean,
sound
it's
excessive.
nothing. It's nothing that those kids can do. I mean, to spend 50K a month. Like, I mean, 50K a month per child, 200K a month. Like, what are they doing? That they need 200K per month?
Well, there's the lifestyle. They have to travel. They have drivers. They may have a personal chef. They may be into after school activities. You know, um,
But
I don't
wouldn't
know.
all that
I,
be included with the household? I mean, like I said, Kim got her own drivers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I don't
right.
think they got separate drivers and they moving around separately. You know what I'm saying?
This
I
is
would assume
true.
that Kim is moving with the kids or Ye moving with the kids when they move. I don't think they moving around solo because they young
Yeah,
kids from what I remember.
this is all true, but they do it every time, yo. And I don't
Right.
know if they're trying to like send a message. You think they're trying to send a message to Kanye?
Well, I mean, I think he agreed on that. I think that's something that from what I've seen, I think he agreed on it. That's something they sat down and they came to that. I don't think it was court ordered. I think he agreed on that payment.
Okay, so basically, you think he feels comfortable with paying
Right.
$200,000 a month in child
Right.
support. And with that being said, I was watching something the other day, and I heard that your boy Nick Cannon is paying at least $3 million a year in child support, if not more. I don't know if you heard about that because I think he's
Yeah.
going on baby number 9, 10, 11, or 12.
Right. Right. Well,
Now,
I mean, uh, go ahead. What's your question?
nah, I'm just saying, like, okay, and look at Future. I think he's on baby number 9, right? Something like that.
Right.
So are men scared of the child support, or are they not worried about child support anymore?
There's different type of men like Nick Cannon and Kanye. I can't speak on Future. I don't know his situation or what he doing. But Nick Cannon, pretty open about his situation. He taking care of his kids. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't. Uh, it's different strokes for different folks. Some men scared of it. Some men aren't. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't really believe in it per se. Because I believe if you're gonna take care of your kid, you're gonna take care of your kid. Like no court can make you take care of your kid because most of the people that they court order and make them do it, they still don't pay. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
um, it's all on the person.
Okay. So now, since we are talking about this topic, I want to ask you this. So, do you think that a woman should be more responsible with who she bears children with? Or do you think that the man should just man up and pay child support regardless of the situation?
Mm, that's 50-50 too. I mean, I can go both ways. If a woman is dating a guy that she wants to date and she know the dude, ain't hitting on too much, and she still choose to date a dude that's a drug dealer, street dude, a dude who hadn't worked in, 10, 15 years and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And she get pregnant, um, she can't expect too much out of that situation. So my whole thing is that ain't no need you running and crying and hooping and hollering for child support when you knew that like this dude ain't living right in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And then a
Oh,
lot of times some of these dudes already got other kids. So
true.
if they already got other kids and you dating this dude for 2 years or whatever the case may be, and he don't take care of his other kids,
Hmm.
will make you think he gonna take care of your kid.
Because I'm special.
Yeah, well, see, and I feel in that situation, you just gotta, you gotta take what you gotta take that charge. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta shut up and eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
the woman just gotta eat that. I mean, that's her fault at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
If somebody's showing you who they are and you can look at that track record and see, it's just
Mhm.
like somebody stealing. If I know you a thief and you don't stole from everybody else, I might feel like, okay, well, you know what? She stole from everybody else, but she ain't gonna steal from me.
Right.
But when you do actually steal from me, I really can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like I can have hope and faith that you wouldn't do it, and I can believe that you wouldn't do it. But when you actually do it, I mean, I can't be mad about that. I gotta be like, damn, I know she a thief and she stole from everybody else. Why did I think she wouldn't steal from me?
What about the fact, because men make a lot of promises,
Yeah.
and say what they'll do. And then when the time comes, they don't do it, then the woman feels victimized. Do you think that women should have more of discernment when they're dealing with these guys out here?
I'm gonna just tell you what I tell everybody. You know, even when it comes to the word love, love is an action word. You know, if you base your life off of what people say, you'll stay in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? You got to go off of what people show you in actions. That's the only thing that matter in this word, in this world. Like people always say, your word mean everything. It does to a certain point, but it's really the actions that come with it. You know what I'm saying? If they not, they got to show you, and people got to stop listening to what people saying and having good faith values in humans. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like it's all about actions.
Man, it's so crazy out here. What's good? Got him. Goddess, I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for coming into the building, dropping in just for a second. If you just came to say hi, um,
It's all
y'all,
about actions though, man. People running
yeah.
around and just you can't take nobody word for nothing.
No,
You know,
you
and,
can't.
and like I said, the word love, people tell each other they love each other every day. But love is an action word. You know what I'm saying? You can show somebody you love them and never tell them, but you can tell somebody you love them every day and never and truly love them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, with this word love being thrown around, because that's a
Yeah.
very touchy word that people throw out of their mouths,
And
like,
that's manipulation.
right, like wildfire, Oh, I love you. I love you, man. Like, do you really?
It's a false sense of protection. Like
Mm.
love. That's why I say I don't listen to people that tell me they love me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You can tell me you love me to your face terms, but you got to show me you love me.
How
And if you
long do
don't,
you think it takes before you know that someone really does love you?
it's not a time frame. It's based on the actions. If you
Okay.
base it on the actions, you can know who really rock with you and who don't rock with you. If you base it on the actions,
All right. So, I mean, because people have, unfortunately, they find out that people did not really love them after the fact. I've heard so many of these tragic stories 20 years in, 25 years in, 10 years in, multiple years in, and it doesn't work out. So, do you think that that was all time wasted because you shared so much of your life with this person? And then at the end of it all, you find out this person really wasn't what you thought they were. Do you think that's time wasted where you could have been going on to meet somebody else that was really meant to be with you at that point?
um, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's this even for me. I don't like to really speak on other people's situations, but for the most part, your relationship. You know if you're in a serious relationship, you people give you signs. You get signs in every relationship. I don't care what nobody say when they be like, I just found out 20 years later my
Hmm.
husband or my wife didn't love me or want to be with me. Throughout that relationship, you receive signs. You just chose to ignore them because you were in love with that person. You know what I'm saying? So they could have stepped away way before that time. They just chose to stay in that relationship because they were fighting for that relationship. I mean, I've been in relationships before with women who I knew that I probably should have left them alone, but I had hope and faith that we can fix this relationship. And sometimes that should have turned to 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
at, in that sense, you can't blame the other person and say they wasted your time. You did it to yourself because you knew you should have left that relationship. You chose not to leave. You had all the signs to leave.
Well, I guess, when you're younger, you do learn those lessons. But now when you start getting into your 30s and
Yeah,
up
that's what
like
I'm saying. Yeah,
that,
when you young, you get a pass. But when you I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 30. I'm gonna let
right.
25 slide. But when you
Okay.
30 and up, man, I ain't trying to hear you didn't know or I thought this person was this. I thought, nah, you knew
Right.
what it was.
Yeah. I think so. I think so. But also, okay, because I've heard stories from the guy's perspective as well, right? We always hear about the females, they do get taken advantage of, they are lied to, but I've heard a lot of guys tell their stories where they were taken advantage of, they've gotten used. Particularly, their biggest thing is they're scared to be used for their finances.
Right.
Financial situations is what they're scared about getting used for. So when it comes to that, do you think that men are more susceptible to be used for their monetary gains than females are?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say
Okay.
so.
You think so? Because it's very interesting that I have run across quite a few people that have given me similar stories about how they didn't think the woman was like that. Then when it was all said and done, then they figured out the woman was after the money or whatever. But I'm just wondering, could they not see these signs beforehand, or were they too caught up in the beauty or just the aesthetics of it all or the lust of it all?
I mean, it pretty much go back to what I said at first. Guys get signs too. You know what I'm saying? Guys get signs. And we know what's going on, but everybody feel like they can change somebody. You know what I'm saying? You got guys who going to the strip club, and a girl been stripping her whole life, and he think because he going there and spend, $2,000, $3,000, uh, he done changed the game. That don't change who that woman is, But in his mind, he feel like
Right.
he about to do something unbelievable. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? He feel like he the alpha and omega, but then he find out,
Yeah.
she's still stripping or she's still talking to dudes on the side or she's still getting her bag, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
he knew that in the beginning. He went in with a false hope, you know what I'm saying? He set himself up for failure.
Right, but he went, so he was trying to turn her into a housewife, but she didn't want to be saved. She didn't want to be saved. That's what Project Pat taught us. She don't want to be saved. So do
Right.
you think these dudes shouldn't be out here saving these females?
Well, I can't really say that because some women do want to be saved. Every girl got their, every person, I don't want to say just women, got their changing point. You got dudes who've been in the streets their whole life, and at some point, some guys do want to change. You got women who've been prostitutes at some point in their life, and they was like, you know what, this ain't the life for me. I want to be a wife. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, you can't call it across the board like that.
I mean, I've heard how,
Hey,
and
I'm gonna
see,
keep it. Hey, some hoes, some ex hoes make good housewives.
that's what I heard.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we keep it. I mean, we keeping it real. Some
Uh-huh,
dudes will sit there and lie to women and say,
uh-huh,
"Oh, that shit sound ignorant or that's this." But I'm around dudes all the time. I know some dudes with hoes right now, and he married them. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh. They're happily married.
Happily married
Okay.
because she
So
done did everything. She done ran the streets. She done had every dude that she want. She burnt out, so she want to settle down now. You know what I'm saying?
so she's reformed, kind of like the Kim Kardashian situation, because she didn't been ran through the industry,
I would.
from.
I don't think they reform.
You don't think they're reformed?
Not the Kardashians.
Oh, you a mess. Okay.
Nah, that's not a good situation. I think Kim's still running them streets.
I don't know. She was married for what, 8? How long were they married? Like 8 years, something like that. 4 children later.
Yeah, yeah, that's the yeah. I mean, we don't know the ins and the outs of that, but I think she could go back to being the same Kim she been her whole life.
Okay. Okay. So that's a whole different. So we can't even put that in this to the scenario. So we talking about just like regular everyday people out here
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
reformed. They're no
Yeah,
they're no
we know that
longer.
celebrity. We know that celebrity shit ain't regular life. Yeah,
It's
Hollywood
not.
shit regular life, so we can't even compare that.
So we can't. Okay, we can't go there. We won't even use that as an example. So we're just talking about regular everyday people. She's to go out there, get the money, get the bag. She may have
Right,
gotten her body done. She might have a natural body. We don't know. But
right,
all we know is she used to run the streets, as you put it. And
right,
now she's reformed. She wants to be a housewife. She's married, happily married. She's not trying to do all of that. And I do know what you're talking about because there have been scenarios where the woman was good. She was the good girl. She was always trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Just, I guess, the ideal person. And then it gets to a point where she never got to live her life. So she starts, testing her foot in the water. Then she starts, you know what I'm saying, going a little bit further. Now that she done jumped in the whole ocean.
right,
Now
right,
you can't get her back,
right,
It's she
right.
done gone way too far.
Well, you know, like I always tell people, man, some people jump off the porch early. When you jump off the porch early, you know what I'm saying? When you get older, you want to settle down. But you got some people who settle down too early and they never got to experience life. So when they jump off the porch at 30 years old, like 30 years old, they gone for good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
Gotta
gone.
say, gotta say these still alley cats until they back on the market.
I agree with that.
Gotta be a mess. Oh God. So okay. Okay. All right. So you think that, being with somebody that used to be out there, she was on the scene heavy and hard, she could still be a winner.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I dated women like that. I dated dancers and all types of shit before. You know what I'm saying? I had
Mhm.
some women that danced and it didn't turn out good. And
Mhm.
I dated some girls that danced and it was a great relationship. We just had, differences of like opinions and different things
Mhm.
like that, so it didn't work out. But then I
Mhm.
also dated uh a lawyer before. I
Mhm.
dated a doctor before, and that shit didn't work out neither. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it just depends on the woman.
Okay.
Your lifestyle, like I said, people can change. People change themselves daily. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got stone cold killers and murderers that change their life around, and they wouldn't hurt a fly.
I mean, yeah, that is true. They can be reformed. You're right, reformed criminals. I agree. I agree. Now, let me ask you this on the flip side with the men, right?
Right,
Because it's always understood, it's always this unspoken rule that the dude that used to get all the females that's been around in the streets, that's the dude that everybody wants. Now, a female thinks that she can change him into being what she wants him to be the husband, to be the father type, at home with the family. Do you think this is accurate? Do you think this is true?
oh, give me 1 second. Repeat that. You ain't got to repeat the whole thing. What's the last part you said? Like, give me a rundown of that again.
So basically, the opposite of the female, but it's the male version of the female. Do
Right.
you think that this could be the case for the male, that he can be like the husband type, the fatherly type? He's at home, he's not out there the streets anymore, wilding out with these females.
I would say so. I mean, I think, um, if I'm answering the question correctly, like I said, what I understand you, I think is even. I think it's the same on both sides. I think a dude could do that.
If he wants to, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting.
Man, my bad. Like I said, my phone was ringing. That's why I didn't really hear the question. But yeah, I got you. But yeah, yeah. If he wanted to do that, he can do that. I
Okay.
really don't see. I don't really see. I don't really see. Like honestly, with me, I don't see too much difference between men and women because, like, by me in my life, well, you know a little more about me than everybody else. But man, men and women do the same shit. It's the same. You know, it's
Mhm.
just the same across the board.
Okay. But my whole thing is, I don't really see that narrative being pushed. Like, I don't see the family narrative being pushed, like the mother, the father in the household, the children, like that to me. And this is just what, from what I have seen, that is not promoted within our culture over here. Like, it's
Right.
promoted in other cultures, and that's cool. But when it comes to us, it's not cool to be the family guy. It's not cool to be like sitting at home and just at home with the children.
But we,
Everybody wants
we
to
know,
be.
but we know that started the way it started, and I don't make no excuse for it, but we know how that started too, though. You know what I'm saying? We know when our families started being separated from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, we just never picked back up the pieces. But a lot of that shit was out of our hands. It was in our hands, but it was still out of our hands at the same time.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Gotham said it depends on the guy and what his surroundings are looking like. Do you think that
Uh,
is true? Because some people get influenced, even if they didn't grow up around all of that. Some people just get influenced through
could
peer
she
pressure.
explain? Could she explain what she mean by that, or if she could come on the panel, but could she explain what she mean by that statement?
Let me see, Gotham. She said the family guy, but with another culture. Oh, they family guys, but with another culture. Oh, so you're saying like they will be a family guy, but they won't do it with the melanated women. They go and be a family guy with like another ethnic group. I think that's maybe what she's saying. Kind of like what Kanye did. He was the family guy with Kim Kardashian. Nick Cannon was allegedly the family guy with Mariah Carey at one point in time. Kyrie Irving is the family guy with his wife. She's at work, so she can't come on the panel.
Yeah,
Um,
Mariah Carey black though.
Mariah Carey is biracial.
Yeah, it's still black.
Right. So what I'm saying, well,
Yeah,
if you really look at Nick Cannon's track history, he was with Kim Kardashian too.
yeah,
And a lot of the females he messed with were not melanated females.
yeah. It's just
And
different.
he
It's different. I think right now with a lot of shit that's going on is there's a lot of dysfunction in the black community between black women and black men. You see it on the internet all day. Black dudes telling black women how they should be. Then you see black men telling black
Hello.
women how they should be.
what's good, got him.
Hey, I am at work, but I'm like, let me go ahead and stop by because y'all seem pretty confused from what I said. Because I'm riding on this machine, when I write, can't text and drive. But yeah, I mean, like for instance, like say for instance, you may. I feel like it just depends on the guy because it's some guys out here that can be a good husband or a boyfriend or whatever because they really don't have much going on. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have much going on. Depend on the guy, he probably ain't getting that much thrown at him anyway. Or so it's easy for him to just settle down in some shit because he's not really expecting too much versus somebody who's very. I'm gonna just say he have a lot of friends or, hang out a lot, take trips. Good looking guy. So obviously he have options. You know what I mean? So it's like why I'm trying my best. Say for instance, this is a attractive guy or whatever. He trying his best to be faithful to this girl, but at the same time, he have a lot of women throwing their number at him and this and that at the gym, going here. So it's a lot of temptation involved. He at work. It's a beautiful woman pass by. He trying his best to just be a good husband or whatever. But he have options. That's what I meant, like his surroundings. Like it depend on the
Okay.
guy. It depend on the guy, and it depend on also what's available to him because you can look at some of these. I'm pretty sure you've seen a movie before where they have like this ugly guy, then out of nowhere, he's been regular old Joe Blow. Then they'll take him, clean him up and everything. Now this nigga running wild, like he ain't never seen this before and that before. I just feel like
Right.
it just depends on certain guys and their surroundings or shit. It's women that'll take a guy, clean him the fuck up. His seat was probably fucked up and everything, but he was with her. He was faithful the whole time. She fixed this nigga up, get him looking good. Now he dogging her out. So it's like it just
Right.
depends on the guy, the situation. It's a lot of shit involved where it depends on certain, and that's the same thing with a female. A male can go
Uh,
and get her whole BBL done,
but that, but
and
that, yeah, that's why I said earlier it's the same on both sides because that same
yeah,
argument, everything that you stated, I can say the same thing for a female. You see what I'm saying?
right,
You
right.
can go
It's
get
the
her
same
body
thing.
done, get her teeth done. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep,
she
yep.
she been busted and disgusted her whole life. You put some new clothes on her, get her some jewelry. You know what I'm saying? And now
Make up.
she's
She
stepping
make.
out, popping off of your dime.
Right, right. So yeah, like I agree with everything that y'all saying. Like this shit is funny because people do that shit. It's like versus sticking by the person that's trying to build you up so y'all can be built up together. You want to go run the city and run wild, and this nigga was trying to build you up for him because he
But
didn't want
a
you
lot
out
of
here.
that come from a lot of that's come from the inside too, though. I dated a woman before, man, and she really told me this. Like she felt like she was an ugly chick her whole life, and just that little bit of attention that she did get once I sauced her up, it changed her life, and she just thought she was popping. And that it's a short term run, so she might have been popping for 2 or 3 years, and she went back down to the regular person that she is. So sometimes people get that attention and they don't know what to do with it. And social media show you that every day. A person who never had attention, that's one of the worst things that you can give that particular person. You know what I'm saying? Because a
Is
person who been in the
exactly.
spot, a person who been in the spotlight their whole life, or like a cool dude or a chick that always uh been in that type of light, that stuff don't really bother them or it don't mean nothing to them no more. You know what I'm saying? But you give that one person that little time to shine, and they're like, oh, everybody like me. Oh, I'm the shit. I look good. I'm this. I'm that. And they take it to the moon and back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No,
But they've been going through that for 30 years of their life. So now that they're 30 years old, it's just like they feel like what's that shit? Stella got her groove back. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real though. And I almost lost my point what I'm about to say, but yeah, and I think I wrote something else, and I was saying like also like I think I was talking about something as for like people trying to change people for them and all this type of stuff. Sometimes it just take a different person to probably bring whatever. Like say for instance, you can go for somebody and you're trying to bring this certain, characteristic out of them, and they're not doing it for you, but you never know. Another Joe Blow may come by and they'll do everything for this motherfucker. So it's just
Yeah,
like
that's a fact.
certain things, certain people bring out certain things in other people. It may be a female you be talking to and she can't make you do shit. But then this
Right.
other female, and you've been with her for years, but this female, my bad, this female you done met probably like for a whole 2 years or 1 year, and you doing fucking hula hoops and everything for her ass. So it's just like
Yeah.
certain things bring out certain things for other people. I don't
Right.
know why it's like that, but it's like that. It's true.
No,
And what
that's
else?
100% facts. That's 100%.
What else I
That
about
is
to say if
true.
I get off of here? Shit. Oh, yeah, and Kanye, he's one because he went and dated Kim Kardashian, and he on here crying about his kids and all this other shit. But it's like, okay, you're talking about black politics. Like, I agree with Kanye to a certain extent. I don't like what's being done to him. Me per se, like he's not being able to use his bank and shit like that. I feel like if you say, something about the ooze or whatever, it's a problem. But I feel like it should not affect your bank account. I don't care what you say about anybody. It should not affect you being able to go inside your bank to get your money to do whatever it is that you need to do for you or your family. And that's for anybody because if they're doing it to these rich people, then they can do it to us as little people or anybody. So
Right.
I feel like people looking at this shit, and they like, oh, Kanye West needs some help. He needs some help or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, the shit that they're doing to him is not right, and it can be done to us. And we all need to stand collective together. Like it's a lot of shit I hear that the people that he going against, they have done a lot of shit, and it can be brought about or they'll hide it, but they all stick together. You know what I mean? They
But
all stick together.
you answered that. You already said that. Like you said, we got to stand collected. The reason that's happening is Kanye is nobody standing with Kanye. So all the basketball players, all the football players, all the Hollywood, all the actors, all of the rappers or whoever else, if everybody stood together, was like, you know what, he telling the truth, and we not gonna do X, Y, and Z. It ain't nothing else they can do. Like it wouldn't happen to nobody. But the thing
Right.
is, we don't have no unity in that community. So we always gonna go through those situations until we get some unity.
Up, and
Facts.
that's true, and it's just like it's really ridiculous, and it just shows you why that they're able to do certain things that they're doing and getting away with it because first of all, they created this term influencer, so you got certain people out here and turning celebrities into influencers as well because they're influencing a lot of people's decision on
Right.
how to vote, decision of just what you eat. Damn, if you gonna get your ass up tomorrow and go work out, like they influencing you to do so much shit. So if they telling you, oh, we're canceling Kanye, like the worst thing that probably could have happened is them creating the cancel culture shit. It's no reason why we should be canceling anybody because we all should be able to have the freedom to say what the fuck we want to say, and you should be able to have your big girl, have your big girl draws on, your nigga briefs on, and take that shit and go on about your day. But because they're making everybody so sensitive to everything that's going on. Everybody is shit. They got everybody drinking and smoking now. Everybody
Well, see,
emotions
even
is
with cancel
real.
culture, when cancel culture first started off, cancel culture affected everybody. But as you can see throughout the years, cancel culture is only in that community now. Nobody
Right.
else
And
get canceled. They started off as a white, black, Asian, everybody was getting canceled. Now you see it's just us. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
and,
But look
and,
at
and
what
it
you
goes
just
back
said.
to we're doing the counseling. So like what you said at first, like a lot of this shit that everybody talk about, I don't blame other people. I blame us. Because at the end of the day, even with the council culture, when I get on social media, I see white people drop their headlines and I see niggas counseling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So it's us counseling us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is true.
It's us
I
counseling
mean,
us. I mean, it's us. It's us that jump on the bandwagon. It's
we
us
do.
that want to talk about R. Kelly every
R.
day. It's
Kelly.
us that want to talk about all of these people. When a black person end up in the headline, it's us that keep them in the headline.
Yep.
My my whole thing is this. Okay, now you brought up R. Kelly. You know how I feel about R. Kelly, y'all. I'm not saying I agree with everything that R. Kelly did, but let's look at Hugh. What's his name? Hugh Hefner.
Ain't
Let's.
nobody speak on Hugh Hefner. He the great white hype. Nobody speak on Hugh Hefner. And we know
Nobody.
that he was living. We know how he was living, and nobody cared. That's my point that I'm saying. Elvis Presley.
Is that
Everybody know how Elvis was living. Nobody cares. They don't vilify their people. We
they
vilify
sweep
our people.
they sweep they shit under the rug, and that's purposely done. Like what you said earlier, they they ushered that shit in so everybody can start hyping and talking about everybody, and we start throwing everybody under the bus, and then they be like, okay, well, we got them into this cancel culture shit. Now we gonna just sweep our shit on the rug, and we just gonna point the target at them because we already got it in here. It's stuck, and it's up and it's stuck. Like we got it here. So now
Right.
we're gonna start canceling all they fucking people, and then it's gonna start ushering in communist shit. So now we ain't gonna be
Right.
able to talk about certain shit. It's just a lot of shit that they're doing that they'll slide it in like everybody doing it, and we're basically hanging ourselves. Basically, I'm just looking at all this shit, and we're slowly hanging ourselves, and everything is really
That's
directed
a
to us.
fact.
But they need everybody to hop on the bandwagon to get it
Right.
solidified, and then after that, they got you where they want you. Everything it seems like
Step
they're
to the, and they
ushering
step
in.
to the side. They step to the side and let you finish the work.
It's basically it's a trap. It's a trap,
Yeah.
and it's just like with the Kanye shit. I'm looking at them doing this shit with Kanye. They did it to Wendy, etc. How they controlling their money. Sooner or later, it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna be able to control our money, and we sat back and watched them control their shit, and I say, hold on, now that ain't right. I don't give a fuck what he said. That shit is not right. Give that man back his money. Like
Well,
nobody's sitting
I'm
here
gonna tell you
saying
this. I'm gonna just tell you this. They do control that money now. They just hadn't implemented it. Like if they showing you that they can do that to them, they already can control that money. They don't have no reason to do that right now. They just making an example out of them. But they already got us. If they can do that to them, like you said, they can do that to us right now. They
and
can
then
gridlock all that shit right now and say that's it. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't
they
got
really
nothing.
can. They really can, but that's not right because they're not doing it because they know it's not inhumane to do some shit like that. Because if this person went to work and did 40 hours, 80 hours, give that person their money. Like what the fuck you mean? You're not fixing to you locked their bank down or you froze their shit. Give them their money. They went to work, they work for that. That's you basically making a person do free labor. So you're trying to get sued now.
But you got to look at this though. Like go look up Venezuela. Venezuela just went through that like what 5 years ago. Ain't nobody had no money. They shut that shit down. They didn't care about being inhumane. Venezuela shut that shit down and could nobody get no money out.
I'm glad y'all
I'm
brought that up because
I'm a hold on,
go
Scott.
ahead.
I mean not Scott. Seven.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for bringing me on the panel, but I gotta get my bitch ass back to work for my ass get broke the fuck up
All
for
right.
real.
Thanks for coming
But
up.
all right, peace up to both of y'all. I'm gonna
Blessings
listen.
to you.
Peace and love. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Now she hit everything on the head, but that's why I say council culture is not a real thing. Council culture is something that you got to believe in. You know what I'm saying? So when you see certain
Yeah.
people, if you really believe that you're a council, like nobody, people who really fuck with you and love with you, like love
Mhm.
you, they gonna always support you. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You can't counsel somebody that got a like even with Ye, the people who always supported Ye from Jump Street, they still support
Mhm.
Ye. For the
Mhm.
most part, the people who really love Ye, they support him. Boosie even said the same thing. I'm not a big fan of a lot of things that he say, but he got a diehard supportive fan base too, where he say what he want to, and a lot of people be like, "Oh, he say anything," but they support him.
Mhm.
Dave Chappelle said the same thing. He said, "Man, they told me I was canceled." He said on Twitter, they say I'm canceled. Twitter is not a real place. He
Twitter
said,
is
when I
not a
step out
real
in the
place.
real world, I don't feel counseled.
That's
You know,
true.
people get counseled on the internet and they take that, and people really think like, oh, you're counseled. You're counseled. Are we counseling you? What does
Mhm.
that really mean? Now, when it comes to touching your finances, like Kanye and all of them, it means a lot. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
that's something that we have just seen recently.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout out to
where-
you, Gotham, for coming up here too. Peace to you, and I hope many blessings come your way. But I do want to say this real quickly. Y'all touched on the thing about them controlling people's money. I don't know if you saw this, but
Mhm.
that is going on over here. That's going on at the major banks.
Right.
I saw a few different stories. This was actually on the news where one lady she had to have like an emergency surgery, and this surgery was I don't know if she had to have like some type of cancer removed. It was something very, very urgent and important.
Right.
Lo and behold, she went, to check her bank account. She couldn't even get access to her funds. She couldn't log on for no reason. They shut her account down. Not to say that she didn't have enough. It was just
Right.
they decided to shut her bank account down. She wasn't the only one. This was a melanated lady. There was a Caucasian lady. She came on telling her story. She went to go check her funds. They shut her bank down, her bank account down. They did not even tell these people the reason why. They just decided to close their bank accounts. These ladies had to wait, I think it was up to 3 months just to get
Yeah.
money that they needed. So this stuff is actually going on right
Well,
now.
even if they just say fraud, they don't have to explain nothing to you. Like they can just say, "Oh, your account under review for fraud," and that's just a open statement. And you like, well, what the fuck? Well, what happened? And they don't really have to say much. And you locked out of your shit until they choose to open it back up.
Yeah, I am going to touch on that because that's going to be another topic that I'm gonna touch on because I want people to be aware of it. Like it's crazy. So now when they're saying people are getting scared, like a year or two ago they said they're taking all their money out of the banks. This is why.
And look how many people in the last few years that went to the bank with a check. You know what I'm saying? They might have got a check from their job or an employer that the banks weren't familiar with, and they tried to cash their check, and the banks took their check. You know what I'm saying? They actually stole their check from them and never gave it back because they thought it was a fake check. And then
That's
people had to wait months, to go through the whole investigation and things like that to get their
mhm.
money back. Like you literally can go to the bank right now and get them a check. I can write you a check and you can give it to them. And if they feel like something ain't right, they just gonna take the check from you and they're not giving it back.
Yeah, and that is all facts. That is true. You're
And
absolutely
then
right.
just got to
So,
be just the clerk at the desk can just say
mhm,
like, well, I feel that this is not valid,
right.
and it don't matter from that point forward. You're not getting that check back.
You're not. Yeah, you will not get it back because at that point it's their property. They're not
Is it-
giving it back.
Right.
So what I would advise people to do is do mobile deposits where you can keep the physical check
Right. Right. Right.
and then they will put a hold on it. Like if they feel like it's too much, the funds are too much, they'll hold your money.
Yeah, but she definitely came on with some good thoughts, and like I said, man, she hit it on the head with women and men. That's why I say I never give women more credit than I give men, or vice versa, because I see it on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I seen it on both sides.
Yeah, Gotham
Like,
always has, great
yeah,
thoughts and
I seen
opinions.
women change dudes' lives, and dudes got brand new, and I seen dudes change women's lives, and they got brand new.
Oh my God. All right. So look, we know how females are. Females don't deal with other females. I know you hear that all the time. I don't deal with women.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. I deal with dudes, da, da, da. So, with
Yeah.
that being said, okay, and I can understand that because, I don't really rock with a whole lot of females like that either, but
Right.
it's a reason for everything. Now, my mother had been telling me because I haven't been following this Shanquella Robinson thing. Have you been listening to some of that stuff that they've been talking
I
about?
don't know how deep it got, but I just know like the bare minimum. I
Yeah, me
like
too.
the fight. I seen like the fight video and
I saw that.
shit like that.
Well, the reason I'm bringing it up is because we talked about how people get brand new.
Right.
And so they have been, pushing that story all over and everything. Allegedly, now this is what I was told by my mother because she be keeping me abreast on a lot of stuff that I don't know that's going on. But they said that allegedly Shanquella had set the somebody's cousin up and the guy ended up getting murdered or killed or whatever. I don't know how true that
Mm,
is. That's alleged.
okay.
So
Right.
anyway, they took a trip out to what was it, Cabo? Is it somewhere in Cabo, I believe?
Something like
Um,
that.
I think she said she had a whole lot of money. She had her own business. She had her whole suite or whatever. So she must have paid for a lot of this. So she financed the trip. They get out there, but they set her up because they must have told her, okay, we're gonna all go skinny dipping, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So you welcome, got him. Shouts out to you. And anyway,
Peace,
they get her
love.
out there. So basically, in her hotel room, they beat her up. But now, when we saw on the video, well, I saw the video. It's on Twitter. You can find it. What I saw in the video is that basically it was a guy in the room filming it. It was another female in the room filming it. It was Shanquella, and then it was the girl fighting her and attacking her. So when you say people get brand new and switch up, do I want to know, do you think people start switching up when they see that you're on the come up, when they feel like they're jealous or they get envious, or you know what I'm saying, you might be doing well and they feel like, oh, you think you all that, watch this. Like people can be real envious for real. You just don't know how deep it goes.
See, that's a it's a you kind of gave me two different ways to look at that. If what you're saying is true, even though you said that's what you heard, you know what I'm saying, so we don't have no facts on that. But if that first situation where somebody else lost their life in that situation and it came back around, you know what I'm saying, then that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh I mean, that's just a part of the streets, we go around, kind of
Right.
come around. But if that didn't happen, like when it comes to jealousy and envy, I mean, yeah, envy comes from people that's closest to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You want to be. I taught my son, man, you want to watch for the people closest to you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When you out here and you living and you popping these bottles and you getting money or you glowing up or you was, like I said, you was dusty last year, now you shining this year. The hate and envy is gonna come from the people closest to you. The people furthest away from you, they supporting you. They
That's
they
very true.
yeah, they happy to see you on the come up. It's the dude and the woman standing beside you that ain't really feeling you like that because they ain't came up.
Yeah, that's very true.
So, like, I came up, we was talking about this on another panel. When we came up, like, even when it comes to dudes,
Hmm.
we see dudes getting money. I never been a hater in my life. If I see one of my homeboys driving clean or he done made some money or got a bag, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I need to get me a bag, or I need to ride clean, or I need to step my game up. But nowadays it
Right.
ain't like that. People just
Right.
gonna hate on you. Instead of them trying to level up themselves, they trying to find out how they can take that away from you. You know what I'm saying?
Always. Always,
So
man.
it's a
Yeah.
different time. But like I said, when it comes to hate and envy, especially envy, that comes from the people closest to you. That don't come from the strangers.
Yeah, pretty much. You
That come
pretty
from your
much on
family
target
members.
with
That
that.
come from your
Family,
cousins. That come from your
cousins.
day one friends,
Yep.
because they feel like they've been around you for so long that you owe them something. Or if you shine and you supposed to do something for them, and then as soon as you don't do that for them, then you're a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's how that work. It's the first time you say no, it don't matter how many times you say yes. You ain't
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you're right. Beyonce got a song like that.
Yeah,
It's true
that's
though.
a fact.
It's true, man. And then
I could,
and they feel like, I don't know, like you're obligated. Like, okay, forget the fact that you might have children, you got a family of your own to take care of. It's like, oh man, no, you can't do it this one time. Like, it doesn't matter. Like you said, however many other times you could have done something for these people, they do not care. Enough is never enough. Like, and I was telling somebody too, I was like, these people don't care if they're already out in the ocean drowning, right?
right.
They want you to come out there and give up your life jacket and drown with them just to save them. They don't care if you about to lose your life trying to
But,
help save
but
them.
see that, and that's why you got to watch your surroundings. Like I teach my son that at the end of the day, in life, people should be more selfish. They taught us when we were kids, don't be selfish. They was like, you should share. Sharing is caring. They teach you all of that bullshit, right?
Yeah, they
So
do.
when you're a good-hearted person, you like, you know what? Man, if
Hmm.
I eat, my team gonna eat. If I do this, my team
Yeah,
gonna do this. And now
always.
you spending money and you taking care of everybody. You get a
Right.
couple of dollars. You want to give your family members money. But the truth of the matter in that situation is, I've experienced this myself. Where I done did a whole lot for a lot of people. And the first thing people will tell me is like, man, if I had it, I would do this. See, the people who say, if I had it, I would do this, they 9 times out of 10, they never had it and they never gonna have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it sound good, like, man, come on, look out for me, Seven. Shit, if I had it, I'd do it for you. But the truth of the matter is, you'll never have it, bro. You would never have it. You would never get it. And your work ethic shows that you would never be in this position. So they just want handouts. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You're gonna end up losing. So I've lost my whole life until I became selfish. So one thing my mom did tell me, she said, hey, look, when she realized what I was going through, she said, son, if everybody else can be broke, you can be broke too. So I just
Mhm.
started telling people I'm broke. Once you say you don't got it and you broke,
Mhm.
the conversation stop right there. Hey, can you pick up with me, man? I ain't got it, bro. Man,
But
I got paid last week, man. Shoot, I had to pay bills, man. I ain't got. I'm struggling. I tell everybody I'm struggling.
but what about like You know how people on the outside looking in be like, okay, well, you always dress nice, you always looking nice, smelling nice, you always looking fresh, you always got a car, you always got somewhere to stay. You're not, some people don't even think that they can attain that. So when they look at you, they be like, oh, well, you still doing better than me.
Well,
Like,
see, they couldn't do that to me because now I'm gonna calculate your life. I need to now. If you my friend, I'm gonna look at everything that you're doing, and I'm gonna break your life down to see why you can't get what I got. So, okay, you need to kill that weed habit. Okay, you spending $400, $500 a week on weed. Put that weed up. You buying liquor bottles, put that liquor up. You know what I'm saying? It's a
right.
whole lot of things you want to go out to eat. You want to impress these chicks and going out to eat all these fancy restaurants. You need to put that restaurant money to the side.
Hmm.
It's all kind of things. I'm gonna break your account. I'm gonna break your life down. So everybody can have in this world. It's people who work at McDonald's that have. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because they know how to budget their money. It's all about budgeting. If you
Now
work
I
at
did.
McDonald's, you can't smoke blunts
Uh-huh.
and do this all day, every day, and buy liquor, and then you got a $500 check and go buy you some Gucci slides.
Gucci slides, y'all. Don't be broke over the Gucci slides, y'all. Not the
Yeah,
Gucci's.
you know what I'm saying? We just being real. So it's
Yeah.
priorities. Everybody can have.
Yeah. That's right. Got him said the bills and drip not gonna pay itself. You got that
That's
right.
that's a fact. That's a fact. And I know this for a fact because like I said, you know me, but I get decent money now. But guess what? Since you know me, even when I got out of high school,
Mhm.
that was what, 40, not 40 years ago, 20 some years, 23 years ago, because I'm about to be 40. I had back then, and I was working at Burger King because I knew how to budget my money. As a teenager, I knew how to budget my money.
Well, yeah, you've always maintained fairly well. Always,
Yeah,
always. But
because
yeah.
you got it's priority, man. You got to know, like, okay, I can't do this. I ain't living like that to do this and do that. But I've always had when I want to go out of town, I can go out of town.
Mhm.
Like I said, I taught that to my son. Put your money
Mhm.
to the side. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying, for real shit. Like you don't need no 30 pair of sneakers. Why you need 30 pair of sneakers?
Cause everybody else got 30 pair.
Right, but they got $0 in their bank account.
But I need them Jordans. They about to come out.
Right.
See.
So proud.
I gotta look like I have it even if I don't.
Right. And so that's what I told him. I said, nah, you want to have it. It don't matter what you look like. I said, when you got money, everything look good. Yeah, you Gucci. Like all you need to have is that money. You can travel, go do what you want to do, drive what you want to drive.
Mhm.
But like I said, these people want to look like they got it.
Man, that's why a lot of people be living in, what do I say? What do I say? Surviving from day to day. You know what I'm saying? Like literally because nobody plans for the future. It's all about right here, right now, what they can get. Then you be like, wait a minute, how are you messed up in the game like this when I'm seeing you with all this stuff you got?
Well, you remember
Bags and
what I told you not too long ago about me when I used to help people with their social media accounts. I got a small social media account, and you see these people with 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers. I know a chick with 1 million followers on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
she was calling around asking people for money. But you got 1 million followers, and you asking little regular smuggler people like me for some money because
Right.
they was living outside of their means. They didn't even know
See?
how to get money. You didn't even know how to turn
Crazy.
that 1 million followers into money.
See,
Just
now
think if you got 1 million followers on Instagram, and let's just say out of
yeah.
that million, half of them are bots. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
let's just say you got 400,000 people that's under
Mhm.
your comment section every day. Even if
Mhm.
you say, "Hey, today
Mhm.
my birthday,
Mhm.
this my cash app," and you promote that
Mhm.
for a whole day, so everybody send me $1, you can come up
Right.
overnight. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? But
people
people
do it
just
all
don't
the
have that type
time.
of hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. 1 million followers. You need to convert all of them into a customer some type of
Man,
way,
I know so
right?
many people with followers, and that's why I say Instagram is the biggest finesse in the world. I know a
Mm,
lot of people with followers, and they on there, they showing their body. I know dudes on there showing jewelry and all of this, and
mhm.
they broke. They don't have nothing.
That's crazy, man.
They do it just to post on the internet.
That's crazy though. Man, that's insane. 1 million followers and you don't know how to make any money?
Man, you got
Oh
people with
God.
100,000 followers that don't know how to make money. You know what I'm saying? So the people, it's like I told you what you said earlier. well, what the lady said earlier is that adrenaline rush, man, of people who never been. And I
Mhm.
don't even like to use that word popular because I don't even like that word. But I mean, I guess that's the only word I can use. But like popular people who've been, I would say more so cool or just like people their whole life.
Mhm.
Um, like I said, those people get in those positions and they don't care about the money. They just know they're getting 1,000 likes. They're getting 2 million likes.
No, she did not say Young Pharaoh. LOL. What's going on with Young Pharaoh? You know what? I haven't really been paying attention to him, but that that dude got issues, yo.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with Pharaoh. Yeah, I hope I was never a big Pharaoh fan, so I'm gonna keep it real. But he did have the knowledge and information, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always give him credit. He did uh put a lot of game out there in the
He
streets,
did.
but I don't know. I think he gone, man. You know what I'm saying?
I
From
don't
what I
think.
think in the last year or so, it's a sad situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't, I
real.
don't wish that on nobody, man. That's just like seeing,
Mhm.
my somebody I went to school with, like could have been a anything, doctor, lawyer, athlete,
Yeah.
or whatever. You see them on the corner, like they're a drug addict now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
If
They
you
done
know
did
that person,
something.
that's a sad situation.
It. I honestly, it's sad, yo. I don't even know, but I did see something the other day. He said he's no longer gonna be on YouTube. He's going over to Twitch. I did see that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, he just trying to find his place right now. He trying to find himself. He trying to find his place somewhere in this world right now. He know it's different.
Oh, you said he said tell your fans to send $1. Oh, that's what Young Pharaoh did. Man, them people, that's why how Young Pharaoh got that house out there in Houston.
Them
You know,
people was
everybody
throwing their money, but
donated.
that's what I'm saying. Like people know how to get that money. Like he did know how to get that money, and his biggest supporters was y'all, the
It
black woman,
was.
the
It
black woman.
was. It was. You're right. I ain't gonna lie. He got a lot of people. He did. He really did.
Yeah, the black one. Once he kicked that black woman as God, it was over with, and the money started pouring in.
Yeah,
You
when he
know.
say peace, peace, queen.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that stuff got so played out. I said the next dude that I hear say peace, peace, grand rising, any of that, like just don't even talk to me. Just be
Man,
quiet.
but the crazy part is, like I told
Mhm.
you before, people coming into the knowledge and getting this information, but a lot of that shit prison talk, man. A lot of people don't even know that shit is prison talk. They
Mhm.
came home and just finessed the game. A lot of that they get that knowledge and information from prison, man. That shit come from
That's
prison.
true. It. Oh my God, is that ever true? Like,
And
because
I'm not saying it didn't start somewhere else
right.
before it went to prison, but it started with them dudes in the 70s and the 80s
Yeah.
who doing a life sentence. So when these boys getting locked up and they going to prison, they running across these old heads and they coming out spitting that old knowledge to us. It's the same old knowledge from the last 50, 60 years.
Yeah, you ever get a dude that been straight from out of behind bars? It's a whole different situation. Like,
Right.
man, a 10-year run and they come out and they got all this knowledge and they start telling you this and telling you that. Like, it'd be crazy hearing them talk and just ugh. Yeah, and a lot of them have YouTube
Talk about
channels.
thoughts and no actions.
Thank you. Look, as a matter of fact, no, because you know my situation I had told you about
Right,
last year, right? So the person that had came out of, he had done 10 years or whatever.
right.
So he talking about, oh yeah, all us over here, Queen, we self-employed, we work for ourselves, we this, we that. How about when it was like yesterday or the day before yesterday, Sunday, I think. I went to go get something to eat, and one of the dudes that used to run with them, he was working at the pizza place.
Mm,
So I'm like, well, what is it then that this dude is no longer hanging with y'all?
right.
You know what I'm saying? So people always want to put that persona out there that is like this and it is like that when really it's not. Like you said, social media is one of the biggest tricks in the game that they ever could have put out there for
Yeah, you gotta
people.
use it. You gotta use it for yourself. And I want to say too, man. I run a prison channel over there, man. So I don't want to, man. Shout out to all the prisoners and shout out to the
Oh yeah,
people
that's right.
home just
Forgot.
making a change in their life. It is some people coming
That's
home
right.
just making a change in their life. But even the people that I talk to on my channel, they know what I mean by when I say a lot of these dudes be a whole lot of talk and no action. You know what I'm saying? Um.
Right.
So but you do have some people that come home and they get
They
their
are
stuff together.
reformed.
take off and they prosper. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they are.
So,
There are a lot of people like that.
and free all the prisoners that shouldn't be in there. You know, a lot of people locked up for charges they didn't even commit. You know what I'm
At
saying?
all.
Perhaps they didn't commit. So, you
Yeah.
know, and shout out to the inmates. But you know,
Right.
yeah,
Mhm.
man.
But we need a couple of people like that on our team. Everybody needs somebody that's not ready to, not scared to go in, okay? Not
Well,
scared to
see,
do the time.
but that's why I talk to a lot of those people. See, a lot of times, you know, a lot of times we cancel people. They did this, they did that. Man, you
Yeah,
gotta have warriors, man. You gotta
you
have
got
that's
to.
some of the toughest people that we got. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be mentally strong. You know what I'm saying? Like being in this free world that you dealing with depression and stress and all of these things, man. When you go into them environments, man, you fighting for your life every day. It's a
Every
whole different,
day.
it's a different story. You hoping don't nobody hop on your ass in there. You hoping ain't
Mhm.
nobody trying to kill you and you sleeping there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's a
So
lot.
you fighting every day.
Every freaking day, yo. The real warriors is going on.
So you know, yeah, you need them people, man. But collectively, we just got to pull together. We need more unity in the community, and I don't know how we gonna do that. And
Right.
honestly, I might sound like a I don't know. I don't see it happen. And I'm just keeping it all the way real. Let stuff change. You know what I'm saying? Between the way that we deal with each other on social media, the way that we deal with each other inside of the household, the hatred towards the
Yeah.
black man and the black woman, and
Mhm.
the dysfunction that we have,
Yeah.
I don't really see how we can pull that together. I don't really see even with the youth don't respect the elders. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
At
our whole
all.
community is upside down right now.
At
And you know, a lot of
all.
people be like, "Well, we can do it," but somebody got to start with action. See, everybody always be saying what can be done, but don't nobody want to do the work.
Yeah.
You
This
know,
is
so
true.
I don't live. That's why I say I don't live in a false illusion. I don't live in a false world of we can do this and everything will be peaches and cream because people got to get out there and really do the work. And I
Being
know for
able
a
to
fact, I told
uh-huh.
you before with this even police brutality and all of that.
Mhm.
I don't went to some of the toughest environments and some of the toughest protests and all of these things, man. And I'm not even big on protests, but I will say I didn't see a whole bunch of brothers out there standing for nothing. You know what I'm
That's
saying? The fact
look.
I was out there, it was more sisters
Uh-huh.
and white folks, and we just keeping it real. It was a whole bunch of
Yeah.
white people front line and black women.
Look, I told you not to go out there. I
Yeah,
told you don't go.
but but I stand for something. So like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it ain't about going or not going. Like
Right.
I stand. I'm a man. I stand for something.
I get it.
So
I get
I'm
it.
willing to die for whatever I stand for. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
Right.
I question all of these other people who said that they this and that. If you ain't willing to die for what you believe in or die for what you stand for, you just talking.
I wanted to go out there. This was in 2016. I wanted to go out there when that stuff happened to that dude that had the seizure.
Yeah,
What was his name? Was it
I,
Kent
I
Lamont?
don't remember. I know you talking about though.
You know what I'm talking about? He had the seizure or whatever. And I wanted to go out there because they were protesting. And the dude was standing on top of the car. I was like, man, I need to go get a bulletproof vest. I need a
Yeah,
gas
but see, the
mask.
crazy thing about it is, and I ain't trying to knock you, and I respect that. You know, I respect that. But that's sad to see that. Like I said, when I went out there and saw all them black women out there, and I only see a few men out there, is that it look pretty bad. It look bad.
Shout out to you, got him. She said, damn, I wish I was off. Y'all having a good talk
You know what
tonight.
I'm
Fire flames.
saying?
Man,
Yeah,
just the
we'll
fact
get on
that,
the panel when you off. I'll pull back up next time you off. Let her know, and I don't get on the panel much, but I get on next time.
yeah, definitely got him.
You
We
know,
do F Your Feelings Fridays. So maybe you can hop on Friday if you want. I think my sister wants to come on too sometime this week. I don't know if she's gonna do it tomorrow or Friday, but she want to talk about some stuff. So I appreciate y'all, always coming out and supporting, hitting me up when y'all got topics y'all want to talk about. I'm always my panel is open to anyone. You said 7 was ready. Yeah, got him. I was really ready. And look, so my mama, my granny was like, nah, don't go out there. Like, what was I gonna do anyway?
yeah,
I wanted to be a part of it because I was feeling some type of way.
But like I said, even when I don't try to do little organizations and groups and things like that. That's why I say we just be talking as a community, not talking about you or whatever, but as men and just black people in general, man. You can't get 20 people to stand for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't even
Yeah.
put an organization or a group together
Yeah.
without everybody wanting to call shots and everybody wanting to be the
Yeah.
chief. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm
Um,
gonna I'm gonna tell you when that stuff happened with Trayvon that year, right? And
yeah,
downtown VCU, I
right.
went out there, my mother went out there, my daddy went out there. My daddy got up and spoke. He did a speech. Like he got up there. I had the whole thing recorded, but it got deleted off my iPhone. I was so mad.
Mhm.
But don't you know we were supposed to have another gathering and they ended up dismantling it before we could even have another gathering. So my whole thing too is like they're not really going to allow us to what you're trying. I understand what you're saying, but like if they think we're trying to do anything, they're going to infiltrate it.
No, you gotta do it like they do it. See, we don't go through the proper protocol. So it's just
Hmm.
like when the KKK come, right? They go
Hmm.
through the proper channels. They set up these events. They go and fill out these paperwork. They fill out all of that stuff to have their event. They don't just show up. They get everything documented on what they doing. We can't
Right.
just have random gatherings in the middle of the street and pull together. Then of course now play devil's advocate. They could not approve our the papers that we signing or whatever, but you still got to go through the proper steps. You still got
Hmm.
to go through the proper steps to give it a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They don't
definitely.
so people always be like, how they come to the city, how they do this. They fill out, they book those places, they fill out all of that stuff with inside of the government. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For their
Right.
and they have their police protection out there. They do everything how it's supposed to be done by the book. And I'm
Hmm.
not saying they don't get no favoritism because I would be lying. But at
Hmm.
the same time, we gotta still play the game how the game is supposed to be played, even
Right.
though it's probably gonna get cut off at the net. But
Yeah.
you still got to go up the chain of command. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you.
You can't just get
My
on the internet and say everybody meet at the mall tomorrow at 6.
right.
That
Right.
don't work like that.
No, definitely. I mean, yeah, they had planned it in advance and we were going to have another meeting. We went out there, but they had already canceled it. So I feel what you're saying. I also too think that we have to be diligent. Like we cannot just okay, well it didn't work this time, so we just going to give up, right? Like
Right.
when you really like you said when you really stand for something, you never give up. You
Well,
never
too,
give up.
protests don't get nothing done. I mean, at the end of
Right.
the day, if you ain't willing to go to jail, if you ain't willing to, like I said, stand on something, it don't matter how long
Right.
y'all march down the street and hold hands and scream, and that
Yeah,
ain't
they're
never
not
done nothing.
yeah, that like the Million Man March, and I remember like I wanted to be a part of that. I'm like, oh, the next time they have one, I'm going to that, and then they ended up canceling it. So I never did get to go, but I do know someone that went. And I think it was just the camaraderie of being around all the other people.
Right.
But I want to know what happened as a result of the Million Man March.
Right.
She said at the mall she gonna be window shopping.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Whatever happened as a result is what I want
But
to
that's
know.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A lot of that stuff is pointless. And then if you realize too, like I said, the church and the state work together. As soon as a whole bunch of black people get together and somebody dies, it's some a rowdy type of
Mhm.
event. Then they bringing the pastors out there, and the pastors gonna come out there and they're gonna pray over you, and they're gonna make
Okay.
everybody calm down. They're gonna bring the energy down. So I
Right.
mean, the pastors and stuff, they working hand in hand with the government. They try to man, everything will be all right and leave it to the Lord and all this. They say all of
Yeah.
that foolishness because they know that black people are spiritual people. And one thing about black people, once you start talking about God or religion or that, like everybody shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. Yeah.
All that energy is gone. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
just give it to the Lord.
Yeah, exactly. And as long as I don't care what nobody says, I don't care what nobody believe in. As long as you keep giving it to the Lord, then
Right.
you keep getting that foot in your ass. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no, seriously, because my
saying?
whole thing is like if you keep giving it to the Lord, right? Now, and they do talk about this in the Bible. I think it's like, what is it? The creator helps those that helps themselves or whatever.
Right.
You have to be proactive in helping yourself. You can't just get down on your knees and pray about everything. You cannot. That's
Man,
just like, say you have some type of ailment and you just want to pray and pray and pray and pray, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not taking your medicine. You're not sticking to your diet. You're not doing the things to take care of yourself, but I'm just gonna pray on it. So
Right.
why is anybody gonna help you, or would anybody help people who don't help themselves? And I think that's how a lot of people look at us. Like, if you really think about it, people are not going to help people that don't help themselves. Like even a drug addict. It says, where is that Million Man March money? Did people pay to go out there to be a part of that march? I can't even remember at this point. Farrakhan got it, I guess. Facts. Exactly. So that's all I'm saying. Like, people say a lot of things about joining hands and being in unity, but my whole thing is, do people really feel that way? Because if people really felt that way, then they would actually take the action to act that way. Like, people like to
And we
talk
the only
about it
people that don't operate an eye for an eye. The only time an eye for an eye apply in that community is when it's towards each other.
when it's, yeah, we like to hate each other. We
Yeah,
love, oh, mama ride on this ninja. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Everybody can get together
Girls,
when they riding
ten
on each other.
girls, 10 girls will pull up to your house right now to stomp your brains out. You know
Of
what I'm saying?
course. Oh, I
Uh,
can't
uh, uh,
stand this bitch. She
do,
thinks she cute.
a
Yeah.
dude will hide up under my car for 10 hours until I get off of work, just so I can get inside my car so he can shoot through my window. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
I'ma follow him. When
Yeah,
he
you know
pull
what I'm
up.
saying. So like that's what I'm saying. But then when it comes to everybody else,
It's
you
no, it's
know, we
it's
give
never that
everybody else
way.
the pass, or well, it's a misunderstanding, or they
Mhm,
apologize, or man, I ain't
mhm.
messing with them people. Them people, the police. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's all kind of it's weirdo shit, man. Like that's why I say I don't think I'll ever see it in my lifetime when
Mhm.
we actually moving as one. I don't really see it happening. Maybe
It's
in
never
my
that.
my son life or in the next couple generations, but I don't think I'll see it before I die.
No, it's never the same type of energy. Like, and I mean, all you gotta do is look at YouTube, pull up Instagram. When we go at it with one another, do you see the type of, like, I
Anger.
don't,
It's anger.
yeah, extreme feeling of anger. Like, what is it that is so embedded into them that they have this great amount of hostility for one another? Like, they be ready to kill for real.
Yeah, other races of people get on panels, and you see black folks trying to articulate themselves and hold themselves in a productive manner and being all proper and shit. Then when you get on the panel, you know what I'm saying, they screaming at you and yelling at you and they want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Cussing, calling
It's
your
weird.
name,
Yeah, that's what I'm
disrespect.
saying. It's self hate, man. A lot of people we always want to try to outdo each other. We always want to try to like what we said earlier about our brothers and sisters shining. I came up and I wanted to get money. If my homie had money or my homie was living right,
Right.
I'm like, well, let me step my game up. But at this time I said everybody want the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? If you got the spotlight, I want to take it from you. We can't share the spotlight. Everybody feel like that
Hmm.
it should be them and them only. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
start a hair salon and your sister start a hair salon, instead of being like, look, it's a billion people heads we can do,
Hmm.
it's like, oh, she trying to be like me, man. She trying to be like me.
Yeah.
She got a salon, I got a salon. Like, bro, y'all two people can't do everybody hair.
I
You know
noticed
what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
noticed that.
yeah, yeah. Oh, you got a clothing line because I got a clothing line. And you can't service every person in the world.
But I always look at it like this, exactly like what you said. No matter what you do, you got to put your own spin on it, your own twist, your own energy to it. Because
Right.
whoever is meant, you know what I'm saying, to support you, they're going to support you.
Look
That's
at all
just
the
like,
TV companies. Do you think the TV companies, oh man, they made a TV, so I'm not gonna make one? Nah, they made the same damn TV and added one little extra thing to it.
that's right.
I'm gonna put my knobs on the left side, their knobs on the right. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. I'm just gonna name it something different.
Yeah,
And I mean, like, you see this, I see this a lot with, like, the entertainers, rappers and stuff, particularly with rappers. So, like, you'll have one rapper, they rap in a certain way. Another rapper might be like 10 years younger. They a different whole generation, and
right,
they rap similar to them, but they put their own twist on it. Oh, you trying to be like me. Like,
right,
instead of taking it as a form of flattery, like I influence them, they look up to me. It's
right,
like, why can't you just embrace that and say, like, you set your mark in history. You're a legend. People are looking up to you. They want to emulate you. It's
right.
not, nah, he trying to be like me. I'm the originator.
Because people don't know how to let go of like people. It's just weird. People care about that. They want to. That means something to them. They want to stay in the spotlight, and without that spotlight, they have nothing. You know. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of them people, that's all they hold on to is just standing in the spotlight. And without that spotlight, they mean nothing to nobody else in the world.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
That's all they have is the spot. It's Hollywood. Without Hollywood, they nobody.
Now, I want to take it a step further. So, like, okay, we talked about how we like to compete with one another, right?
Right.
Now, when it really comes into the grand scheme of things, you have people like Jay-Z and Kanye West. Everybody's looking up to them like, oh my God, that's Kanye West. You know, Kanye West was a billionaire. Jay-Z is a billionaire with him and Beyonce combined together. Put them on, put them against somebody like a Elon Musk. Put them up against like a Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
or like a Mark Zuckerberg. That
Yeah.
money that they have does not hold any weight, honestly,
Not even close.
in reality.
Yeah,
But
not even
people
close.
rather compete against people that look just like them.
Right.
They
Like
don't
you
want
said,
to
all the people you named, they are billionaires. $1 billion.
multi-billionaires.
Well, no, the Jay Z's, the Diddy's, and the Kanye, they were at 1 billion.
Mhm.
The Elon Musk and all of those people, they're at 100 billion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
138 billion. Like they got crazy numbers behind their billions. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right.
So
So,
instead of teaching each other, like I think LeBron, I want to say LeBron became a billionaire now, and I want to say I think he became a billionaire.
oh, for
But I
real?
mean, we have billionaires now that could actually put people into position. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
Mhm.
say too, when we got all of these people, like let's just keep it real. Look at how many millions and billions of dollars are floating around. It really shouldn't be no reason why we in a situation that we in. You know what I'm saying? We all could be working for a black owned business if people flip
Mhm.
their money the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, this is very true. We would not have to go through the harassment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All the things that we go through, which we know we do get racially targeted and profiled on jobs. It's no secret,
What
but
guys
we
you talking about? What she said? That's my word. What she talking about?
I don't know, God, what you talking about? But we can't
Yeah.
go to somebody that looks like us and say, "Look, let me come work for your company."
Yeah, but that's something
Show
I
me
always looked
one.
at. I was always looking at. I wonder why.
Mhm.
That's something that we need to look into. Like, why is that the case? Why do we have all of these successful people, but we still don't have a lot of black-owned businesses? You know what I'm saying? A
Not
lot of these businesses you could start up, man, with $100,000. So you worth 38 million. You know, a lot of stuff can start up with just 100K.
not corporations, not on a multi like millionaire level. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
Look
I
at
see what you're saying. Yeah, on that type
yeah.
of level, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I always say like we're not winning unless we're all winning. What does that mean? You know how you have people in your family, it's like, okay, you might have that one successful person that has a nice astute situation. They got a great job, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? They very comfortable. Now
hmm
they might have a nephew, they might have a niece, a cousin, and it's like, nah, I'm not really going to try to help them. I see that they're trying, but I'm just scared that they're going to get a little bit too far ahead of where I am. So I'm just going to let them fend for themselves.
right.
But think about it, the more people that you bring up with you, that's more success that you have. So if you ever fall, you have a safety net around you.
But
So you're not
we
going
don't.
and begging
That's what I'm
somebody else
saying.
for a job.
But that's that go back into our dysfunction. We don't like each other. I went through that situation before I got like my financial stuff together. You know, so I did have one brother that taught me a lot about money and how to flip money and all kind of investments and things like that. But most of my information that I got was
Mhm.
free from the white dudes. I'm just keeping it all the way real. The black dudes that I was trying to get information from, a lot of these older guys, you know, they told me, they was like, "Hey man, I had to learn it, man. You need to learn on your own, man. I had to study." And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
why wouldn't you tell me something that's gonna help me get more
Right.
money? Like, why? How does that affect your money?
It's
If I
not.
if I if I call you and say, hey, look, this stock right here,
Mhm.
I'm almost 99.9% tomorrow that, man, you can get $10,000 in your bank account. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just by putting $200 on this stock. I'm just saying something crazy, right? But
Mhm.
and I know that to be a fact, and you know I'm a get money dude, and I'm always getting money. Like, how does that affect me? You made 10,000, and I made 10,000. That 10,000 don't affect my bank account.
It doesn't
You
at
know what I'm
all.
saying? But it's like we don't share information. But like I said, it's weird that when I'm, at the job, all my information that I got, a lot of times people talk about white people, white people, white people. I got all of my information was free. They're just
Yeah.
sitting at the table and they was like, "Oh, you need to do this." Oh, Let me show you how to do this, man. Pull up
Yeah.
this, man. Log into this website, and they
Hmm.
walk me through the steps for free. Even if it take 2 hours, they'll sit down with you and walk you through it. You know what I'm saying?
Those are facts. Like honestly, I can tell you too. Like I have gotten information from people that were not melanated. Like when it came to that, because one of my director, she was also our manager. This was, many years ago when I was working for this company. And I had got a promotion, and she just came to my desk one day. She was talking to me. She was like, "Are you invested into your 401k?" And she was like, "Cuz you want to make sure you max it out cuz that's
Yeah.
free money." Like I
Right.
knew this already, but she was just volunteering the information. Then there was another woman. I was one day working somewhere, and she just walked up to me and started talking to me. I think she was from somewhere in Europe. She was the one that told me about the savings plan that they have in
Right.
Virginia. She said, and they have some of the best ones out there. And she
Right.
was like, basically telling me about that. And I'm like, nobody ever shared that information.
Man, I got learn about CDs, like you said, the 401, the IRAs. I remember being at the job, um, about the 401, and the dude actually we were like late starting work. He made sure when I came in to work the next day, he said, "Nah, we not even gonna get to work until we call corporate and get your 401 set up." Like he made sure I got
Mhm.
my 401 straight. He was like, "You don't understand how important this is." And I'm being a young dude, not knowing, I ain't give a fuck about no 401. I ain't even know what
Yeah.
that was. You know what I'm saying? And he was
Yeah.
like, "Nah, you need to do it. You need to do it." And I never forgot that. That
Yeah.
dude made sure, like I said, we started work an hour late, like 45 minutes late. And he talked to the people on the phone for me because I didn't know what I was talking about. So he
Right.
pretty much set up my whole 401 for me.
I mean, and no, that's real. Like a lot of people do not know I can't tell you how many people don't even understand what a 401k is, what an
And the,
IRA is,
and the
any of
same
that.
thing with the IRA. I never knew what an IRA was. So the dude told me at the job, he said, "Man, you got your IRA set up?" I'm like, "What is that?" And
Right.
he walked me through it. Then like I said, now the black brother at the job did. He is the one who really got my IRA set up. But it's stuff like that that I know a lot of brothers who do got it, like older guys, and they didn't
Yeah.
want to put me on. Like they told me I need to study for myself. And I was like, bro, I don't even know what I'm looking up. But
Yeah.
then the crazy part is that we talking about this. You know how many people I don't put on to IRAs and things like that? And they never even started an account. So sometimes you be talking to the wall. You know what I'm
You
saying?
need to charge them for the information. That's when they pay attention.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But I'm gonna keep it real. I really don't even try to help people. If I feel like, you one of those type of people that just like to talk the talk,
Mhm.
I don't even really share much information with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what people are trying to make a change in themselves or trying to set something up, and some people just want to talk.
That's
And
true.
I do know with our people, it's kind of messed up to say it, but we got a community of people that love to talk. And God, you spot on with that comment at the bottom. That's real. That's real.
She said, "It's crazy how all these black billionaires didn't link up to productively help build our community and have a plan in place too. They're not going to do that for us
I mean, just think
because."
about how many. Hold that thought
Mhm,
1 second, seven. Think about
mhm,
how much open land is out there. Let's just say it's a lot of unclaimed land in the U.S.
mhm,
Man, they can collectively come together and just open up a whole. You know what I'm saying? We could like when they care about keep talking about Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street could have been started numerous times so far. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Um,
Exactly right.
yeah, they all of these dudes they can come together and do that. We actually run the country. When we talk about money that's being spent, we're spending all of that money. We're the ones that's buying the Nikes and Adidas and the uh designer clothes and
Mhm,
all of that stuff, these basketball jerseys and rap, going to well, I ain't gonna say the rap shows because that's mostly I ain't gonna front. More white people go to the shows than black people. But
mhm,
but we are the culture, you know what I'm saying?
mhm. You said, but then again, you forgot their bloodlines, and most are sellouts and don't care. Yeah, they don't care. Not for real. Like
Yeah.
they don't think about us like that. Yeah, we got to understand too. When we see someone just because they have the same skin tone as us or they look like us, they are not thinking about us like that. They are not.
Not at all.
When they start talking to us and when they start trying to act like they're unifying with us, it's because they want our support. But
Fact.
after they get the support, they right back into their regular life. Like, do you understand how far removed like Kanye West and Jay-Z is from this life that we live? They have not been in this life for what, 30 or 40 years?
But that's why I try to tell people, even when people was coming down on Ye. It's
Yeah.
just like when people came
Hmm.
down on Lil Wayne, when Lil Wayne was like, he don't believe in racism and all of that stuff. To Lil Wayne's defense, that's his reality.
Yeah.
He not in a place where he experienced racism. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nowhere around us. Like he Lil Wayne said he didn't even come out the house for a couple of years because he got everything in his house. So
Hmm.
when he said he don't see racism, he thinking
Hmm.
about the 5 or 6 or 10 white dudes that he's around. He ain't talking about the whole world because he
Hmm.
not in the real world.
I think he didn't he say a Caucasian guy saved his life, I
Yeah,
believe.
that too. The police officer saved his life.
Right. So people,
So,
we just got to
so
stop identifying ourselves with these people that are quote unquote celebrities.
man, Kanye, he been around Kim K with, like you said, what, 10 years? He with the Kardashians. What kind of, well, you know what I'm saying? They
Right.
live in a whole different life.
Right.
We don't
Okay.
even know how they live, and me and you can't even picture that in our mind, the day
Hmm.
in the life of the Kardashians or what they doing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm. Exactly. I mean, just you get paid just to go outside, make an appearance, and get pictures taken of you.
Kim
Just
get $1 million every time she posts. Every time she posts half nude, she get $1 million per pic. Not
yeah.
even nude, half nude, $1 million.
So the everyday struggles that people are out here trying to make it in life, those people are not thinking about that because they don't live that life. And if they have close relatives, they care about their immediate family is not living that life. So they're not thinking
It's
about that.
girls on OnlyFans just butterball, showing it all, trying to get $25.
Only
25,
fans.
you know what I'm saying? 20, twin, twin. You know what I'm saying? And she getting $1 million for half nude.
Oh God. Got him said, what is an IRA? It is an IRA is an individual retirement account. Go ahead,
Oh no,
VV.
no, I was just telling her the same thing. It's an individual retirement account. And if you do set one up, just look into it. It's different. You can do it through your bank. You can do it through online banking. Basically, you want to use a Roth IRA though, because the Roth IRA takes out your taxes. So
Yeah.
if you get a regular IRA, when it's time for you to pull that money out when you retire, you got to pay the taxes on that money. So
Hmm.
basically, if you get a Roth IRA when it's time to retire, if you got 100,000 in there, that's what you got. You got 100K,
100,000.
and you can deposit
Absolutely.
into your IRA. I think it's I want to say they moved it up. I don't know if it's 6,000. I want to say it's six. You can put in 6,000 a year into your IRA at this current moment. It was 5,500, but I think you can deposit 6,000 a year, and you
Hmm.
gain interest on your money. So, and it's basically for you when you retire. It's just like a 401, but it's an individual retirement fund.
Yes, and the with the IRA, veracity is exactly right. Um, because see, and it's good to have the Roth IRA set up because we know taxes go up. The more time goes on, taxes go up every year. Every year, you're going to pay more in taxes. So by the time you go to withdraw the money, you can probably pay more in taxes if you have to pay the taxes. Right now, it's 20%. When people go to withdraw their funds right now, it's 20% that they have to pay to the IRS. If you
And I
are
think what is it in the Roth IRA that's attached to what your bonds, right? I think it's bonds. I think
Mhm.
it's attached to bonds.
Okay, I'm not really sure about
Yeah,
that
bonds.
part, but
Yeah,
I
because bonds. Huh?
okay. So it is made up of a lot of individual stock accounts.
Yeah. So, but it's yeah, it leans more on the bonds. It's not like the average stock because bonds is a low risk. You don't really lose a lot of money with bonds, and that's why you get your individual retirement fund because it's
Mhm,
pretty much guaranteed you when you retire you're gonna have money. If you
mhm,
invest your money into like stocks, you can
mhm.
be 100,000 today and 20,000 tomorrow. But
Risky.
when you're dealing with bonds, you don't lose money. You gain money, a little bit of money at a time. So when you go to retire, you won't lose all that money.
It's a more secure
It's a
portfolio.
boom. There you go. That's a better word choice. It's
Good.
secure. When you're dealing with bonds, it's secure.
I'm over here ad libbing. I feel like Takeoff and Amigos.
Yeah, yeah, nah, for real. Because I see that was confusing for me in the beginning about stocks and bonds. And if you want, say, even if you into like the stock market or like things like that, and you're trying to gradually save money, you want to put your money towards bonds because you're not gonna take a loss. You're not gonna gain a whole bunch of money. So you put in $6,000, then you might end up with $6,100. You know what I'm saying? Because bonds are safe, but you're not gonna gain a whole bunch of extra money. But when you're dealing with the stock market, you could put in 6,000 and be broke tomorrow.
Absolutely. And another thing that I wanted to add on, hold on, let me go back to your comment, got him. She's okay, so she said she has a 401k. So I did want to point this out, and VE, you probably know
Get
too.
that IRA, girl. Get that IRA.
The IRA. 401k is really good because we know the company max out whatever you can for the 401k. If they're going to
Right.
match you at 6%, let them do it and you put in 6%. It's
Fact.
free money that they're giving you all day. And then with the IRA, if you're self-employed, you can set up your individual retirement account as well. It works for your retirement if you are self-employed because you know when you're self-employed, you do not have a 401k where a company is matching you, but you
Right.
can set up both. So the IRA,
Yeah,
you're
you
going
got
to
a
set that
company
up.
you can set up. Yeah, if you work
Yeah.
for a company, you can do both. And
Hmm.
if you got like she said, you work for yourself, you're an entrepreneur, you can do an IRA. But
Hmm.
like I said, if you work for a company, you can get your 401k set up with the company, and you can still open your IRA account.
And the IRA, you're going to put your own money in there. The
Right.
company does not put the money into the IRA. Now,
Fact.
I will tell you, you can roll your 401k into an IRA. Like if
Fact.
you ever leave that company and you don't want to get taxed on the money because you've left the company and your money's sitting there, you want to roll it over. Don't ever put it into your personal account because you're going to get the tax on it.
Facts.
So that's that. Gotham said big bag to see the ant body. You talking about Kim K? Gotham said thank you. And knowledge seekers in the building. What's good, knowledge seeker? Welcome to the panel, King.
Hey everybody, good to be back. Sorry I'm a little late. I just now got your notification that you're doing this. I was
You're
watching a
good.
movie with my mom, but it's
You're
good to
im-
be here.
you're good. It was an impromptu thing. I told I told Hollywood about it, and he jumped on the panel. You know, he was down for the ride. So shouts out to him.
Yeah, I pop up from time to time.
Yeah, he pop up from time to time, show love. I appreciate him being up here. How you doing today?
I'm good, just blessed, nothing to complain about.
That's
Just getting
what's
ready
up.
for my birthday pretty soon.
That's right, December the 6th. See, I didn't forget.
Um,
Yeah, that's all right. My daughter's birthday should be one on December 2nd.
That's that fire energy, y'all. Sagittarius in the building.
Yes, sir.
exactly.
Watch. You're gonna see, like, she gonna grow up to be she is gonna be a hard worker.
Man,
Sagittarius are hard work.
you gotta meet my daughter, man. She different. Like you, I mean, you remember how my son was, man. She's
Yeah.
completely opposite. My daughter, I don't know, man. She got a lot of attitude.
I be hearing this sometimes in the background, but she's not bad though. Your son was real laid back.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They opposite, completely opposite. Two different personality traits. I can already tell.
Yeah, she a fire son. That's that fire energy.
And my son don't talk. 18 years old. You, if he sit in the room with us, man, he might talk 2 times in 3 hours. Like,
I still cannot get over. Man, y'all don't understand. I met his son when like I think your son was just born.
he probably, yeah, he was. Yeah, come to think of it, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
he
right.
couldn't even walk, yo.
Hmm.
Man, that's crazy. Now his voice is deeper than what I would ever imagine.
Right.
It's crazy, man, how you see these people grow up. Where did the time go? Y'all I feel so old.
Man, we're getting up there.
No, we're not. Speak for
Still look
yourself.
young, though. We still look young. So like then people never nobody never guess my age until I tell them. So that's a good.
Yeah. Don't tell them because you don't never look your age though, but that's good.
Everybody knows black don't crack.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Gotham said your mother's is December the 7th. We got another Sagittarius in the building.
Yeah.
And shout out to my oldest nephew. Y'all know Tamari, his birthday just passed 11/27. Another Sagittarius in the building.
Okay. Okay. Doing
Yeah.
big things.
He was extra super excited. He got a new iPhone, the 14.
Oh, you can't tell him nothing.
You can't.
I don't know what's up with kids and these iPhones. My stepdaughter, she you can't tell her she ain't no phone guru. Like iPhone is the best thing since sliced bread.
Look, all of my nephews came basically out of the womb knowing how to operate an iPhone. I don't understand.
Yeah. But kids smart though anyway. Like my daughter, I told you she about to turn one, and my daughter, I don't
Uh-huh.
know how she do it, but she be getting on my phone and clicking on stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't even know how I got a lock on my screen. I'm still trying to figure out how she keep getting on my phone.
That she be getting in. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. They not. These are not regular children. I'm trying to tell you. They're advanced versions of what we used to be.
right.
Yeah, you just watch. She is. These kids are amazing. Their technology is gonna be out of this world by the time she hits like 20. Man, you gonna be asking her how you do this, how you do that.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
you gotta give them half and half. You gotta give them the technology, and you gotta take it away from them at the same time.
Oh,
You know.
those are facts. We had a meeting the other Sunday with my holistic doctor, and they were talking about how these electronic devices, especially iPhones, iPads, all that stuff, is really, really detrimental to young children and little boys in
Right.
particular, because it does something to their bodies, their brains, their body chemistry, all of their hormonal imbalance is really not healthy. So you have to give it to them in, say healthy doses, not too
Right.
much. No, don't
Mhm.
overindulge with this equipment.
Don't give them the Apple Watch. I've seen videos and documentaries on the Apple Watch. Is actually very baffling to me that it got approved. But the radiation in that
Mhm.
can give you cancer and your offspring cancers. Like it's really baffling to me how that got approved. Don't
That's
give them the
crazy.
Apple.
Well, before he passed away, Steve Jobs,
Hmm.
he said that he did not approve of, or he did not allow his children to play with iPads, to play with iPhones, or any of that stuff.
But all of them people who created, like they said, the TV, the radio, all of the people who created those things said the same thing. So what does that tell us?
That is not safe. That's what it tells us
All of those people said the same thing that Steve Jobs said.
at all. Like, so when I heard that, I knew the truth, and like, we're not supposed to
I
sleep
mean,
with the.
like even with look at what Cardi B said, like, when that time she was playing her song WAP and her daughter came in the room, she cut it off. You know what I'm saying? And she don't let her kids listen to that music. But everybody else kids listening to that music on the radio. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's okay for your children, but not mine. And that's just another thing too. Like, listen to have you ever heard Biggie's daughter how she speaks?
Right.
Like, you can honestly tell that she grew up in private school,
Right.
right?
Right.
But let it be told in the rap, community, oh no, we got to keep it gangster. We from
Now,
the hood. But
now that
y'all
these
sending
kids go
y'all
to
children
private
to
school.
private school.
Right.
Which I brought that up to someone's attention before, but then they were all like, "Hey, it's not Cardi B's job to raise these kids, or it's not none of these artists' job to raise these kids. If this music is bad for your kids, don't let them listen to it." So
Exactly. You got to be a parent. Like, you cannot put your parental responsibility into the hands of a rapper. You know what I mean? That's just like, I remember a long time ago, Charles Barkley said, I am not a role model.
Right.
Even if he doesn't think he is, subconsciously,
Man, it's a
children looked
lady.
up to him.
I'm gonna send you that. I might got it on my Instagram. I might can send it to you. But basically, it's a black couple. They got two young kids, and I thought it was pretty dope. They were going through like the different rappers and basketball players, and their kids didn't know any of them because they didn't
Mhm.
let their kids uh engage in none of those activities. Like the kids knew like all the cartoons like Elmo and Cocomelon and all of that. But when they was like, well, who is this person? They didn't know Nicki Minaj, they didn't know Lil
Mhm.
Wayne, they didn't know
That's
none of these
funny.
people.
That's
So
that's
it
so
still
funny.
comes down to parenting, you know what I'm saying?
Parenting. Absolutely. And there's
exactly.
nothing wrong with that. Madonna says she doesn't have TVs in her house. Her
Right.
children didn't watch TV.
You give your
And
kid a cell phone, man, you open them up to the world. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no restrictions on cell phones unless parents put one on there. Most parents don't put no restrictions on their kids' phones.
that is true.
They looking at porn. They looking at all kind of stuff
They
on there.
are.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
I mean,
crazy. It's
porno is the
scary.
biggest. It's the biggest site on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You can put in anything and porn will pop up.
But I mean, aside from all of that, it is so easy for children to be trafficked. For people, like what's that? You remember To Catch a Predator with Steve Quinones? Is that his name?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to watch that all the time. A lot of these people were getting these people online, getting these children online, through cell phones and stuff like
I
that.
just seen something earlier where a lady got online. It was a Hispanic lady, and she went
Mhm.
to Peru. She been
Mm-hmm.
dating this guy online, and this is recent. She was dating a guy online, and I guess they met on some video game site or something. And she
Mm-hmm.
just went over there to meet him, man. And dude, chopped her up for August harvesting.
Oh my God, that's scary.
And he got locked up. I don't know how he got caught, but yeah, they've been
Mhm.
talking for about 2 or 3 months, and she finally went to Peru to meet him, and that was it.
Nah, man, you can't do that.
Which the world is just such a dangerous place at this point. If I have kids, I'm only giving them a landline. That's what they're going to get. I don't trust the iPhone, the tablet, the computer. Like you're only getting a landline. That's all you're gonna get.
I'm gonna keep it real though. My son didn't get a cell phone until he was like, and we are he was upset about it, but I didn't see no point in him having a cell phone. My son didn't get a cell phone until he was like maybe fifth, 14, maybe fifth. I think he was 15 years old when he got his first cell phone. Because I was like, you don't need a cell phone. You're in the house
That's
all day. What you need a
that's
phone for?
reasonable. But that's reasonable when you really think about it. Now children walking around, 4 or 5 years old with cell phones.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. Most kids they get a cell phone around about 5 years old.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy, but
They
like you
on
said, it
TikTok,
does.
they on Instagram,
Yep.
they getting influenced by the world.
Hey, look, I'm kind of glad we didn't have that. In a way, I'm
So
kind of
imagine
glad we
like the
didn't have
girls,
it.
all the girls dancing. When you get on Instagram, all you see is asses shaking and everything else. So now
Mhm.
you got girls 5 years old. They watching watching all that on Instagram.
They twerking.
They
Oh, look,
twerking,
you don't want to know.
copying the dance moves, and like
Yeah.
Cardi B talking about WAP. The kids they copying them dance moves. You know what I'm saying? The same way when we was younger, we wanted to do the Tootsie Roll or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. You said they
Cabbage
hot
Patch and all that crazy shit.
cabbage patch. Man, look,
Kid and play.
my what I'm saying, my cousin, right? She
Yeah,
was doing the crybaby and she was like 3 years old.
right.
And I was like, that does not look right
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
at all. No, that did not look right at all. You said you got your
But
first phone at 16 or
see what
17.
I'm saying?
See? It's crazy though how times have changed.
Because like I said, you getting influenced by the world when you get that cell phone. Because they ain't looking up that educational on there. I can put
At
any
all.
any amount of money on that. They ain't
At
trying to
all.
learn nothing. They getting on YouTube
Yeah.
and whatever else,
Entertainment,
or
like
whatever else their friends at school told them to look at. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Not to mention, these social media platforms are shaping the way our children perceive themselves. Because
Right,
I've seen an article that some of them young teenagers want to get plastic surgery to look like an Instagram model or to look
yeah.
like an Instagram influencer. So it's changing
Mhm.
the way our people see themselves in the mirror because
I
it's
don't
quote
I don't
unquote
even
in
know.
our
That's
society
why.
now.
Right. That's why I give it to women who still natural, man. I don't honestly. I know a lot of women, a lot of women. Like I said, seven. You know my background, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 65% of the women that I know got something done to themselves. I mean, like whether it's on their face, body, or whatever. A lot of people not happy with themselves due to social media. So if that's doing that to the adults, what you think is gonna do to the kids? You know what I'm saying?
Peer pressure. Like, y'all, I gotta say, shout out to Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Natural beauty is winning over here. We age gracefully, okay?
Right.
So don't think you have to go get your body enhanced. Don't think you have to basically almost, die in plastic surgery. Because a lot of people not realizing by the time you get into your 60s or 70s, this stuff that's in the body, like it's foreign objects. Anytime you put a foreign object in your body
Right.
is going to react to it and
Right.
it's going to cause issues. This stuff starts leaking. It's toxic. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
poison. So I mean, just think about that. Is it really worth it? And why are you doing it anyway for a bunch of strangers that don't know you? So you could be on the internet and everybody can admire your body. Like find somebody that
And that's the
likes you.
weird and that's the weird part that I never understood. People get their bodies done and be like dudes be looking at their body. They'll be like, that's all dudes be looking at is my body. But you ain't got your body done for that reason. Cause what other reason did you get your body done? Why
Have
did
I
why
want to
did you get
know?
a why did you get a 40-inch ass? Like what made you
Right. I want
you
to
know what
know
I'm saying?
this.
Why you want D cup breasts? Like you didn't do that because society told you to do that. But why did you do that? And then you don't want people to look at you like and look at you
Right.
no type of way. I don't get it. It
They
don't make
do
sense.
want someone to look at them. That's why they did
Right.
it.
Right. That's a fact.
But okay, so look, here's an example. Like I hear women say all the time, beautiful women, they want their body done. They want a BBL. They want something
Hmm.
done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always
Yeah.
something they want done. And they be to me, I'm like, you look fine, you look beautiful. Just go to the gym if you want to do some enhancements, tighten up, go lift some weights. They don't want to do that. They want a quick fix. And it's like these dudes that y'all with, first of all, the dudes are not really doing what they supposed to be doing as men. So I hope you're not doing it for him. Then if you're gonna do it for yourself, but don't do it because you think that this is gonna bring you happiness. Because
Right.
9 times out of 10, there's never gonna be a dude to say, "Oh, I talked to her because she had a BBL," or "I
Man,
talked
that
to her
dude
because
gonna
she
mess
had a
with that
tummy tuck."
girl. That dude gonna mess with that girl with that BBL, then turn around and mess with a girl that weigh 400 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like we just keeping it real. You know, it's not saying every guy, but a lot of guys they don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? They'll mess with you, and you be like, I got my body done. And then how many times women done turned around and been like, damn, you cheated on me with that girl? You know what I'm saying? So you doing all that for nothing. You gotta be confident in yourself.
Confidence is key. Confidence is everything. Confidence goes way
Oh
far
yeah,
beyond
veneers,
these.
yeah, got them, yeah, them veneers too.
She said the veneers gonna be gone, no teeth. Man, I'm
But
trying to
see,
tell you.
people don't think about that. You gotta have upkeep money. You know what I'm saying? So you go to where them people be going but
The
not
DR.
DR, yeah, to get them teeth done for 5,000. You know what I'm saying? $7,000, right? Or going to Colombia and you paying 7 grand. But when you come home and something happened to your teeth, you got to go to the dentist here. So you're not paying those 7 grand here. You know they're gonna bust you in the head. You might be spending 20,000 for 2 teeth. You don't even got money to go to the dentist and get your teeth fixed. So you're not gonna fly back to Colombia. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Right.
then a lot of times people don't understand with these veneers too. Most dentists don't want to mess with your teeth if you went overseas and got a procedure done.
They don't want to be liable.
They don't want to be liable, so they gonna tell you they not even gonna fuck with your shit. You know what I'm saying? So now your mouth in pain, you hurting, and you got to fly back over there.
And that's money to
Mm.
take that flight. And you gotta, when you go over there, you gotta book a room. You gotta book somewhere to stay. You
Right.
have to have, you gotta eat.
A
You
lot
know,
and a
that's
lot of people don't think about that. Dentists can turn you away for having veneers. They're gonna ask you where you got them from and all of that, and they're gonna do their research. And if you say you went to Colombia, Brazil, whatever, they can turn you away.
hmm, it's too much, y'all. Like, honestly, just eat healthy. Why can't people just do the natural stuff? Eat healthy, exercise, get some
Because
sleep.
it's a microwave society. That's why they
I
God,
want
was
it
gonna
down.
I was gonna say that we have fast TV, fast internet, fast everything. Everything has to be done fast like this. Do it like
Right.
this.
Well, just like music. I mean, but back in the day, I remember listening to 5, 6, 7 minute songs. Man, now you listen to 4 songs in 3 minutes. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's a
These
hook,
songs do. They be
it's
like
a
two
verse, a
minutes,
hook, and a bridge, and it's going off.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Song
Yeah,
is over with. On to
it's
the next.
it's on to the next.
I mean,
But
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of this too. It's like I've been on my technology so much too. And then my mom, she's very old fashioned. She does things very slowly. I'm like, can we get on with this? I'm ready to move on. And she's like, have some patience. So I am guilty of this too, though. I want things done like this because I'm used to everything being done fast.
mhm,
Yeah, you got program. You know what I'm saying? That's what we was talking about the other day. We all fall into these programs and like you said, you want it quick, you want it done. And when you sit back and think about it, you like, why am I rushing this process? But it's already embedded in your mind that everything got to be quick.
it is
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
like that.
You go to a restaurant, people, you go into a home cooked restaurant, people be like, man, what's taking so long? And you like, bro, you're not at McDonald's, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, these people, man, I've been here for 20 minutes. Like, man, it's 80 other people here. Man,
Oh
we've been
my
here for 20 minutes. Where the food at?
god. You know they be getting into real arguments and fights at these
Right.
restaurants.
Yeah, it's crazy
Somebody,
because that's how people brain program. Like it's taking too long. It's taking too long.
yeah,
I
that
want
is
my money back.
man. People rude as I don't know what because they want everything done. Freaking rude.
What
I
she said?
can't stand rude
People
people.
gonna have what she said. Sharp. Mic. Oh, yeah, the micro teeth. Yeah, that's crazy.
Who got micro teeth?
Got them. Got them at the bottom.
People gonna have sharp micro teeth. Got them. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, man. People gonna be looking real weird and strange in the next 30 to
Yeah,
30
real talk.
years.
I mean, the people doing extreme things to their body too, so that lets you know how warped like the brain
Yeah.
is right now. I mean, people and they actually think it look good. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in the back of their mind, they like, like I said, they got a crazy like ant shape. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
they like, oh, I want my butt bigger. I want it bigger. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that?
It's not proportionate to the rest of the body.
Yeah, don't fit whatsoever. But they doing it, and somewhere in their mind, when they look at themselves, they find it to be beautiful.
I want so because I mean I'm not a dude, but as a female looking at some of this stuff, it does look very disproportionate. It looks. I mean, honestly, it's just it looks very
Right.
abnormal, and I'm like, well, what are the guys thinking about that?
I just told you. I said them dudes will mess with a certain type of girl and go turn around and mess with a girl that's 300 pounds. They don't be dudes. Them dudes don't be caring about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Right,
men don't care about that. They gonna get in where they fit in.
right,
Some
yeah. So,
dudes care. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a woman that look like that, but for the most part, a lot of men don't care.
man, so people basically out here mutilating their bodies on the verge of death and going to the emergency room, all in the name of vanity, y'all. And it's
Like
unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Brown girls are beautiful. Shout out to the natural beauties out here.
I
Say it
said, you
again.
got you got women that are promoting it though. I mean, it's makeup artists out here that a lot of women look up to. Is
Mhm.
when girls go and get that cool sculpting and all of that done. You got people, women that are telling other women, girl, you should do this to your body. You should do this. So it's a culture
Mhm.
of people influencing everybody to do that. And some people not doing it on their own. Is they got friends that's around them. They got their body done and say, man, you look better if you do this. And they're like, oh, all right, well, yeah, let me go get my body done.
Nah, that's all right. I just don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of other ethnic groups doing it, like the
You got
Asian
dudes getting
people.
their body done now. You got dudes getting 6 packs put in their stomach, man. They
Stop
getting a
playing.
little fat. No, they do. They I forgot what the procedure called, but you can get the fat sucked out your stomach and get the lines and everything put in. You know what I'm saying?
So you can get so basically you can get abs.
Man, I can go get me a 12 pack right now for about 5 grand.
Man, this has gone too far. I already know they doing
I can get the Usher. Everybody used to talk about the Usher V. Man, I can get the V right now, man, for about 5 grand.
Stop it. Like I do know that they got the toupees. I know that for a
Oh
fact.
yeah, dudes doing all that now. Like I guess they figure, man, women been faking it for so long, they gonna fake it till they make it too.
And they're getting the fake fillers for the hairlines. I know that
Yeah.
for a fact.
Hmm.
Dudes doing
They're,
all that.
hey, they drawing on the sideburns,
Yep.
goatees. Some of those are not real. Mustaches, facial hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody faking this. It's just everybody gonna fake it till they make it.
the illusion of
And
inclusion.
it's all Hollywood and just this American society who's pushing this nonsense, though.
Right.
And we all know Hollywood is the fakest industry in the world, though. So they're pushing their fakeness amongst the masses. That's what's
Mhm.
Right.
happening right now.
That's a fact. I
They can
agree.
have it. They can have it. Because in 20, 30 years, I don't know what type of medical issues they're going to have. Do they even have medical procedures or insurance that's going to cover some of this stuff? That's what I want to know.
Cover what?
Like, okay, like, people getting all this stuff injected into their bodies.
You can't get no insurance over here in the United States for surgery you got done in another country.
Oh, well, see, there you go. So, and when they 60 and 70 and 80 years old, I wonder if they're going to have the money to go back to where they got it done and get this reversed.
Probably not. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people doing things because they don't got a little money now and they're not thinking about later in life. Even like breast implants. After a certain amount of time, you gotta
Mhm.
get them things updated. You gotta get them upgraded or, either taken down or replaced. It might be like 10, 15 years or something, but you gotta think in like 15 years, I gotta get my breast redone. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So it's things like that people are not taking into consideration. Even veneers.
Uh-huh.
Veneers are good for from 7 to 20 years. So your veneers might last you a 20 piece, or shit, in 7 years, you might have got to get them things redone again.
People not gonna have it. I ain't got it. That's
Right.
exactly what they're gonna be saying. They don't have it.
So now
Not to
you're
men-
looking crazy.
They're
there's
gonna be
also
looking crazy.
There's also this other thing I've heard was going on too. Do you know a lot of these Asians are actually getting plastic surgery done to get the slant out of their eyes to look
Mm.
more American?
Yeah,
That's
What?
what's going. Yes, like that's the thing too. They're getting plastic surgery and surgery done to remove the slant from their eyes to look quote unquote more American.
yeah, I
What?
heard about that. Yeah,
I did not know that was going on.
yeah, yeah. They got shit going on over there too.
That's crazy, man. So you don't even want to look like your ethnic group. And then you got women over here that got eyeliner trying to make themselves look Asian.
Right.
It is everybody wants to be what the opposite of what they are.
No, that's a fact. You got some girls that's thick, they want to be skinny. Some girls that's skinny want to be thick. Like you said, you got the chicks who trying to make their eyes look Asian. You got the Asians who want the American look.
And the skin bleaching.
Oh yeah,
Meanwhile,
oh, that's
meanwhile, white girls are dying are bleaching their skin to look more melanated,
right.
but black women are like
Mhm.
skin bleaching to look more European.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and that
say,
goes on too across the globe too, because that's the same thing too in Asia, Africa, all of those places. A lot of those people there bleach their skin to be more like white, and like you said, but the white women are tanning. They getting tans. Come on, man, it's crazy. What she say? Yup, Drake, Kanye, Moneybag. Men got lipo surgery. Yeah, that dude, Bandman Kevo, he got lipo. All them dudes getting lipo.
it's maintenance that have to be done.
Right.
Okay.
And nobody. That's what I said. Nobody talk about the maintenance.
Mm. I didn't know some of this stuff was going on, but and I did hear what's his name? Is it Mr. Vegas? The Jamaican singer, they say he bleached his skin.
I didn't know he did it. I know. What's that guy? Vibe Cartel. I know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Vibes Cartel. I knew it started with a V.
Yeah,
Vibes
yeah. He used to
Cartel.
be brown skin, like a darker color, man. Yeah, he did Sammy Sosa.
Oh God. It's gotta
Sammy
stop,
Sosa like
yo.
white man. Yeah, he did the
Oh
Sammy
no.
Sosa. But that's a big thing going on in Jamaica. A lot of people bleach their skin.
It's crazy, man. But it's going on in Africa too, though.
Africa, Asia, it's the same thing. Over in like Japan, China, they doing the same thing. And that's why it's something about that brown color just globally. People step like they don't want no parts of it. Like I said, we talk about, black people all the time, but in Korea, dark skinned Koreans and it's the same as like Thailand and all those other places, the darker colored people, they can't
Mhm.
even get jobs. People discriminate against them, even though they are Asian and whatnot. If you dark, a lot of those places you can't even get no job.
I believe it. That's crazy, though. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I think it's Thailand. A lot of the darker people, a lot of those women end up in like prostitution. You know what I'm saying? The lighter women will get the jobs. So it's not just in air culture. It's just across the globe. Like
Oh,
it's
it's definitely globally. I
yeah,
know
Wow.
over in Africa, like in some parts of Eritrea that
mm,
exists because you have like the people in northern Africa, they're more lighter complected because they mix and mingle with the Europeans. Europe
right,
is right north of Africa, so you had the Greeks that were mixing. You get to southern Africa, South Africa, they're darker complected, but even they have like a color complex going on out in that area. Like
right.
it's global. It's
Hmm.
not just
Wow.
here. Yeah.
So that just proves the European domination has just really went worldwide to the point every culture on the face of the earth is captivated by them. If we have Asians out here getting the stunt out their eyes and wearing blonde hair, something's wrong with our world, and we've been colonized by Europeans.
Right,
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
because when you always push that narrative subconsciously, blonde hair, blue eyes, or what beauty is, like we never, as when we grew up, we really never saw a representation of ourselves. Like when we had, just doll babies and Barbie dolls, like our mother
yeah,
did buy us stuff that represented us. But on a global scale, you're going to look at somebody that doesn't look like you.
right,
Exactly. When you think of black, you think of something evil, demonic, and unclean. But when you think of white, it means clean, unsoiled, and all the good stuff.
But we're not
right,
even black though. That's why I don't know why people even fall into that narrative. Like we come in so many different complexions, like golden bronze, we're caramel. We're all different things. But black. I mean, when
Yeah,
you
knowledge
it's
seeker. When you get
always
a chance, just Google that. Just look up. I mean, it's a lot of information on the Asian culture. You can just put in Asian color and discrimination. It's weird. It's a line drawn over there in those countries with darker Asians and lighter Asians. And
yeah.
they got a lot of bleaching creams. I think
Mhm.
I want to say, I don't know if it was China or some part of Japan. I can't remember what part, but one guy was saying he was over there, and some of their soaps or
Mhm.
lotions or something has like a bleaching product in it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to watch what you putting on your skin over there, because a lot of that stuff have bleaching chemicals in it. They want to be white as possible.
Yeah, there are a select set of Asians. This is even in China. You know them porcelain dolls, and they're very
Yeah,
white
yeah,
looking.
yeah. That's how they want to look, right?
They want to look exactly like that. They stay out of the sun because
Mm-hmm.
white skin is considered to be beautiful over there
Right.
in
They
some
walk around
parts
with
of China.
umbrellas and all that. Yeah, they
Yep,
don't want no
they sure
sunlight.
do.
And
Mm-hmm.
what
Exactly.
I was friends with the Asian, and I actually asked her one time. It's just like I've gone to y'all stores on so many occasions, and y'all treat me funny, act like I'm gonna steal something. And she was saying that's mostly the old school Asians, though, because let me tell you something. People from my grandma and my granddad's generation, they grew up with propaganda in their homeland that like anything dark skinned and black is demonic and wicked, and anything that's dark.
Right.
Anything dark wants to rape you, kill you, and take your stuff. So they grew up with propaganda like that from like the 1940s and 50s. So I
Right.
know a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So that's kind of from
definitely.
that angle.
And that, I mean, that stigma is always going to be here. It's always going to be around. But my whole thing is you can't feed it energy, because what you feed, it grows. Every time you feed something energy, is it grows. So what is the best thing to do is set the example of what you want to see in the world. Like just because you're a certain complexion doesn't make you ugly, and just because you're a certain complexion doesn't make you beautiful.
Right.
And so that's what Brown Girls Are Beautiful stands for, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this has been a very interesting night. Very good topics, really good discussion, y'all. I'm going to probably be making my way slowly up out of here. Any closing words before we exit the building, y'all?
No, I don't got nothing. I don't be prepared for no closing statement.
Well,
I feel like
veracity.
we on a witness stand or something. They like, Yon, any closing statements? You know what I'm saying?
Objection.
Objection. Objection, Your Honor.
I want to treat the witness as a hostile witness, Your Honor.
That's right.
You a mess.
Any
No,
closing
Well,
statements from the defense?
what? Closing statements for the defense. Look, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Who am I now?
That's
shot.
right.
Who am I
That's
now?
right.
Because I honestly don't think OJ did it anyway, y'all. Speaking of Kim Kardashian, well, nobody would know who she was if it wasn't for that man, OJ
Yeah,
Simpson.
that's a fact.
That's how I feel
Well,
about
like
it.
I told you before, even her whole shine came through. I mean, to be honest with you, her shine came from Paris Hilton as well. Paris Hilton, she was hanging with Paris Hilton.
Paris. Oh, wait a minute. Because it was Paris and what's that other lady? That girl, Lionel Richie's daughter. What's her name?
Yeah,
Nicole Richie.
Nicole. Yeah, they was the popping ones at that time.
Paris definitely was. Yeah,
And
Paris was
Paris, and the
everywhere.
crazy thing is, Paris changed. I looked her up like a couple weeks ago. Man,
Hmm.
she changed her life around, because I guess she realized, like, man, she getting money, and she's
Hmm.
like, how she was back then, like kind of airhead. It's come to find out that that was all a scam. She won't never know airhead, but she did that for marketing.
What's she doing now? I'm just curious. Curious minds
I don't
question.
really know what she doing now, but she running a couple businesses and doing things inside the family business and things like that. But she's
Mhm.
actually a really smart chick, and she did that because of this, the stereotype of blonde hair,
Blonde
blue
hair.
eyes, airhead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, also too, Paris. See, this is what people don't seem to understand. Like, and I want to say this because Paris Hilton really, her name is it. Like, she just all she got to do is sell her name. She's
That's
the
it.
Hilton.
Yeah, she stumped.
Hilton Hotels. That's
Right,
it. Why
right.
can't we think like that for ourselves to leave a legacy behind? Her children will never have to work a day in their life, all because
Never.
of the family name.
Right.
That's it. That's when you know you popping and you got power right there.
But
That's
like
wealth.
Gotham said in the questions earlier, we got a lot of people in a position of power that could all come together. You know, we all complaining about the same thing. Let's keep it real. We all saying the same stuff. We all see what's going on in that community. We all like we all paying attention. So why aren't people coming together? That's the biggest question. Why aren't people doing anything to make change?
There's too much infighting.
You know, we could sit on this phone right now and all three of us can come together and do something on a very small scale. But I
Hmm.
mean, why aren't those bigger people pulling together and put something together on a large scale where it could trickle down to the small people and then all of us collectively come together?
Honestly, I think they're already controlled. Like, and see, this is what people got to understand too when they keep talking
Mhm.
about Jay-Z money, Beyonce money. That money is not really that big in the grand scheme of the people that they really hang around.
Right,
They
Mm.
are like puppets. And the thing is, they work for somebody too. They have a boss too, right?
right,
Like those people that we talking about, the Bezos, and they're the ones that sign checks.
right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? And Jay-Z and them, they get checks. It's a whole total different level. And they don't really, so when you're controlled by somebody else, these people are not gonna let you go back and help your people like that. They're not.
right,
That's the thing. They're not going to let them do that. And that's why you never hear them really talking about these topics. Yeah, yeah, they make it a deal to distract us. Like if you really notice when things go on, it's always a whole bunch of things that take place in the media with these celebrities, like you like the Kanye West interview with Drink Champs, right? Then
right.
all of a sudden the Adidas thing took place. Now he's running for president. Now it's the thing with him and Kardashian and Pete Davidson. All of
And,
that was going on.
and
Then it
then
was the Ray J stuff that took place.
right, then even after the Kanye thing, you got the Balenciaga thing going on now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all of that stuff run neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? They just throwing
Yeah.
Mhm.
everything out there, just like I said, so you can lose focus of what's really going on.
What's really going on? And then, and I want to say another thing too, because we see Kanye is strategic. He is not dumb.
Oh no,
Like,
he's very strategic, very
like
strategic.
a
Right,
lot of the stuff that he's doing, best believe is marketing. Because if he does run for president, he's trying to market to the black people to get that vote.
right,
So he's talking like that for a reason.
right. No, that's a fact.
But he's also catering to the other people too. That's
That's a fact.
Mhm.
I
so.
mean, when you're running for president, you got to do that. I mean,
Mhm,
because I mean, we know collectively, just the black vote alone ain't getting you into office.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
You said they work for the Jewels and the 13 families, the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs,
Mhm.
and who else? The Rothschilds, the bigger Bilderbergs. It's the Rockefellers. We already know that.
I
We know that.
I mean, I stopped idolizing celebrities when I found out that they're not on the 10th richest list of people who have wealth in this world, though. Jay-Z and Beyonce and all these high-end celebrities, they have quarters compared to what the Rothschilds, the Skull and Bones, Rockefellers, and 13 Families had. So, like,
Mhm.
they must be so deep to get the quarters they have today.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. I mean, it's all true. And like I do agree with what Veracity said as far as they have the economical power to do it, but they don't want to do it. Because if they wanted to really do it, they would do it. But like I said, the people that's around them and that's close to them are not living that life that we're living. So they
Right.
they don't really care. At
No,
this
that's a
point,
fact.
they're comfortable.
Hmm. And like I said, a lot of that money too is tied up into endorsements. So a lot of that money that when you're looking at net worth and all of that stuff, just like with Kanye, he was worth
Mhm.
that until all them endorsements got swiped away and that shit dropped overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
And
they
see that
showed you could be a billionaire today and a millionaire tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Or you can be a
And
millionaire
they can
today
do
and a
that.
100,000aire tomorrow.
That's
You
right.
know?
That's when you know who truly has the power. When JP Morgan Chase can say, "Hey, I'm kicking you out of my bank. Take your
Right.
money and go." That means your 500 million don't mean jack to us.
It don't.
That's when you got power.
Right.
And on top of that, I have somebody who work in my family friend work in the industry, and they can even confirm to me when a lot of these rappers in the music video flaunting the jewelry, the money, the fancy cars and the guns, all that is just prop stuff for the
Oh yeah, that's
video.
fake.
They
Yeah, that's
can't
fake.
take
I
none of
dealt
that
with
back home with them once it's done.
yeah, I dealt with like the industry, like music videos. Yeah, all that stuff fake, man. That's fake. All of it's fake. Fake jewelry. You know what I'm saying? You got $1,000 chain that you flexing for $100,000. Prop guns and all of that stuff, them cars, rental cars, and everything else. People leasing cars for videos.
So it's just all they selling an illusion.
Yeah,
That's crazy though that people really, cuz I like you still got people, grown men still trying to live that life. Oh, I want to be like the people in the video. I got to stunt on these dudes. Like I got to ride through your hood. I got to show you what I'm driving. Like why are you coming back to the hood to show somebody that you got a nice car? Like really to me, that's low class level stuff.
I mean, like Ocho Cinco, like Chad Johnson. Everybody talked about him, and he never had real jewelry. I think he said he bought one real necklace in his whole career playing football. He wore fake jewelry, but nobody
Mhm.
never knew it because he was like, if I'm a multimillionaire, you're gonna
Mhm.
assume my jewelry real anyway. So he was like, why would I buy real jewelry? And he
Mhm.
came out and said that he wore fake jewelry. He still wear fake jewelry to this day. But most of them don't come out and say they wear fake jewelry. But why would you buy $100,000, $200,000 necklace? Like what you gonna do with that? And if you got diamonds in it, by the
Mhm.
time you turn that necklace in, that $200,000 chain ain't worth for like $75,000 gold. So
Mhm.
you lost all the way across the board,
What are usher bucks?
huh?
What are usher bucks?
Oh, when Usher went out and spent that fake money and thought them girls, I forgot where he went. Was it like a club or something? He was throwing money and the people thought they had money with some Usher bucks. It was money with Usher face on it.
For real?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Wow.
What
yeah, yeah. He tried to
oh,
make it rain with his own money.
nuh-uh. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, that y'all remember that? It was like I think that was like last year, the year before. Yeah, they was on Usher ass for them Usher bucks.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
yeah, yeah. Trash bags of money with his face on it.
Oh God. What in the freaking world?
That's the
Yeah.
world we
And
live in.
he
Going to the club and spending your own money.
he was at a strip club, got him. What
I
club
think
was
I want to say she might could verify. I think it was the strip club.
mm.
I think he went there through Usher bucks.
Oh my God. Did the girls pick up the money? What happened?
But I mean, they picked it up because they thought it was real money, and then they found out it had his face on it.
Oh my God. The strippers were real mad
But she
for
said the
real.
strip. Yeah, see, yeah, it was the strip club. Yeah.
Oh,
I
she
mean,
said
and
the
that's
strippers got
disrespectful.
real mad.
Yeah, you coming into a strip club and now they excited because they thinking they about to get the bag, and you pull out all this money and it's fake money.
Wow.
VETV still there? We lost you, man.
You can't
I
hear me?
know that. Yeah, we hear you now.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
So he threw the money to the strippers. They got mad because they found out it wasn't real, man. Oh God.
Yeah,
They all
Uh,
excited.
yeah, Usher bucks.
Usher in the
It was like
building. We
promotion
about
for
to
like.
make a bag, y'all. We about to make a bag. What? Usher bucks. What?
Yeah, I think it was like promotion for something, or an album, or song. He did it for a reason, but the strippers didn't know what he was doing. They thought they
Okay.
were getting real money.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so like I said, he went to establishment throwing fake money.
Well, you know what he should have done? He should have mixed it. He should have had a bag of the Usher bucks and a
Nah,
bag of the real.
he shouldn't have took that shit inside the club.
Mix it together.
If you want to do something like that, you get the girls and you bring them to your establishment, your house or whatever. You throw your little fake money. You don't go
Uh-huh.
in no strip club and throw no fake money.
That is a mess.
And
Oh God.
then come on, man, you Usher on top of that. Like, come on, come on. Who think Usher coming in there throwing fake money?
Nobody.
Right.
Whew. Okay, that's on a whole nother level right there. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't know. But I think I did hear about it, but I just never paid attention to it. I didn't know what that was about. So now I know. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, Gotham need to get on the panel. So next time y'all get on the panel, just let me know and I pull up.
Definitely got him. You have, been invited by Mr. Veracity Exchange himself to come to the panel of Brown Girls Are
Yeah.
Beautiful. Y'all also make sure you check out his channel. He has a great YouTube channel. It is still growing. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to his channel and this channel as well, y'all. I'm still trying to grow my platform.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you on my platform. We're gonna do something. I'm gonna put you and bring you to my platform. 2023, you coming over. I'm pulling you
Oh,
over.
Oh, I love the love, y'all. He be looking out. Thank you. I feel so
Let's do
special.
it.
That's what's up. Knowledge seeker, you got any testimonies you want to share before we close out?
Do I have anything today? I think I have a little something, something. I just want people to, still stay safe out there. It is getting still hectic, like what's going on right now too. Teachers are still high, so be aware of the signs and what's to still come. So be on your P's and Q's and avoid danger as much as possible. And be careful about traveling in the new year because they're talking about a blackout and this might be happening though, but who knows for sure. So still like be aware. That's all I'm just saying though. So like
Yeah.
the ancestors is watching over us anyway, so we're all good. So but still stay safe.
I feel you. Shouts out to you, knowledge. You always bring in the knowledge. And I'm just gonna say, you know what? I made it. Let me turn my camera on real quick. Y'all, I don't know. I wanted to do Zoom because I like the way my
Are
Zoom.
your camera working?
Yeah, it's working. Look at me. I'm right
All
here.
right. Yeah, I just want to say for you say that, man, stay true, be you, you know what I'm saying? And if you believe you can achieve, man, that's all I'm gonna leave it with. And you got the floor. Take over.
You know how I'm gonna tell y'all. We live to fight another day, y'all. I'm just glad that I made it through another day because life ain't easy on a day-to-day basis for some people. So that's all I want to say. Continue to walk in your divinity. Make sure you know what I'm saying? Like you just do what you have to do for yourself by protecting your energy because it's vultures out here trying to get at your energy. And also, the most beautiful spirits fight the ugliest wars. Y'all know what I mean by that. If you live long enough, you're gonna go through it. And
Yeah.
Gotham said, have a good one, knowledge seeker. Oh, have a good one, knowledge seeker, she says. Shouts out to you, Gotham. Thank you for coming up here today. And definitely we'll let you know the next time Veracity is gonna be on. Gotham, he would love for you to join the panel. I would also love to have you back. You said the hair is popping? Girl, I got the frizzies, but thank you, girl. Thank you. I appreciate you. I got on my melanated queen shirt today, y'all. Shouts out to all the melanated queens today. All right. I'll turn my camera off, y'all, because I'm about to sign out. Yes, thank y'all for coming up here today.
All right, well, I'm getting off of here, man. Say my name like 3 times like Candy Man, and I'll be back.
Veracity, veracity, veracity.
Fact.
Messing with
All
you.
right.
All
Peace and
right.
power.
All
All
right, I'm
right.
signing off too. Bye, y'all. I'm out. God bless you.
Salute.
Blessings to you. Signing out, y'all. Until next time, join us on Friday for F Your Feelings Friday.